Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by Two Hoots Hard Iced Tea, a Boulder Real Brew Tea. Don't just give a hoot, give two. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with you here on the Hangout live on EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Tune in iHeartRadio as well as those watching on YouTube. With us today, if you're part of the Nasty Club Premium Annual Membership, you go into a draw once a month to be part of the Hangout. And Lance Kane. He was the winner of May, so he's here. Greatest part, round of clicks. I reached out to Lance last week and I said, "Hey, you won. Would you like to come on?" He's like, "I've booked the next 2 weeks off for the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yes, he has.
I am free."
Yeah, nothing better to do.
Excellent.
Work didn't appreciate it, but they didn't have a choice.
Barsley, congrats and thank you for the support and being a Nasty Club member. I also just do love the fact that the Oilers get to a Cup final and you're like, I'm enjoying this.
Every year,
see you work.
Every year I tell work at the start of the season, I'm like, the Oilers make the finals, I'm not working. And they always say the same thing. Oh, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And then going into the Dallas when it was game 6, right?
Yeah.
I was like, just remember, if they win today, I'm not working the Stanley Cup Finals. And they were like, "Oh, you're serious about that?" And I was like, 100%.
Why do you think I bring it up
they seen your
every
vehicle?
single year?
And then they called me like right before, and they're like, "Hey, you want to do this job?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And they're like, "But it's not a game day." And I was like, "I don't care. It's the day after a game."
Which could be worse.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Just don't even bother. Like, I'll call you." Like,
I love the full commitment to the Oilers. Tom mentioned the vehicle.
Yeah.
Mustache is
mustache.
colored.
Oh, yeah. The wife hates it.
Does she?
Well,
it's for the team. It's for the greater good.
Yeah, she was when I came home. I didn't tell her. I just came home and she's like, "Oh, that's a thing now, eh?" Like, it's like, at least I can shave it in a few weeks, right?
For those not watching and listening, Lance's mustache is one side orange and the other side bright blue.
But he's also done it well because his hair is also the same thing, but they're reversed.
Yeah.
So the blue's on the left on the hair, but right on the mustache, and orange the reverse on that.
there's a
It's
balance
really
to
well
it.
done.
Yeah.
I didn't do the eyebrows, and they look very non-existent with the dyes. Like, it's very blonde, and people are always like, "You should have did your eyebrows." I'm like,
I don't know if the eyebrows would have worked.
it's like you don't think about it.
You look great.
Yeah.
Regardless. And the Oilers, okay, would you call it, that's not your ring, is it?
No, they're plugs.
Plug, yeah.
Is usually what they go by,
Yeah.
I think. And yeah, I got these custom made, and then I got some dye on them when I was doing my mustache and hair. So they're a little bit blue now, but
The
I
logo's
go
there.
all
We
out,
see it.
so hopefully, I said I'll get a tattoo when the Oilers win a cup. I said that my whole life, so
I like that.
I'm very close.
And I like that you're not doing it before they win the cup,
No.
like one of those people that, and then becomes the story that we have to hear with every year is, I got the Stanley Cup with this, and then we're all following
Don't
along.
put
It's
the
whether
year
got-
in there.
Well, and then we always get that one story that someone did it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, cool, you're cool.
no, never.
But Lance has like a Spider-Man tattoo,
Fighting
which looks
Doc
sick.
Ock.
Doc Ock.
So
There's like well, this girl is very attractive.
Yeah.
She has some features that most guys would enjoy.
so
That's on your other arm.
yeah, I got some leg ones and chest ones.
Yeah.
And I went to an art school. I know you can tell that about me. So a lot of my friends became tattoo artists because what else do you do, I guess, when you go to an art school?
My body's a canvas.
Yeah, so I got a lot of buddies who are like, "Hey, I want to do this." And I'm like, "Sure."
But they're good tattoos.
I make sure they're good. I'm not one of those people who take pride in the bad ones. You
Right.
know? I'm gonna get them well done.
Well, that
So,
is well done.
People are
What is that on
loving your
leg?
commitment to the Oilers.
Thanks. I also
Big Uke, that's commitment oil fan right there. And then Tam, Lance makes me feel like a level 3 Oiler fan. Probably even changed his last name to match an Oilers last name.
but I refuse to buy a Connor McDavid jersey.
Nice.
Until I can put Stanley Cup champion patch on that jersey. I've never bought a McDavid. I got a Kane.
Oh.
I got a Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, all
respect that.
those. But I said as soon as he's drafted, I'm not buying a McDavid jersey until I can put that patch on.
What Oiler jerseys do you have? I respect this very much. I like the rationale behind it, but you must have a few Oilers jerseys.
I got a
Which
few.
ones do you have?
I got the OG Seth MacFarlane
yeah.
Todd.
Todd McFarlane, sorry, with George the Rock,
Okay.
which was super cool for the longest time. But then they did the reverse or the
Reverse
throwback,
retro. Yeah.
so it's kind of less cool now. But that's the
I think it's still cool. I think people appreciate it because it's the original. Like the one they did last year, they wore for a few games. Like it was neat and everything, but the OG is the OG,
Yeah.
and they're still kicking around. So that's good.
I got a sign too.
Nice.
And when we took it, because last year Georgia Rock came to Mospit and signed autographs.
Yeah, he does
So
that.
We took the jersey, and even he was like, "Where did you get this?" 'Cause I've been trying to give by my kids this jersey for years, and I was like, I just had it like forever. And then he was impressed, and I
Yep.
think that's partly why they did the throwbacks. It's because apparently Georgia Rock loved it too. So,
Yeah, they listened to him about everything.
but he was into it, and then of course you got to have a Hemsky jersey.
Which one though? Like
The like I don't know, the Oil Man one, I guess.
Yes.
But it doesn't have the patch, right?
Okay.
It's just the regular
So like the early 2000s?
early
gotcha,
2000s one.
gotcha.
And then I got Oscar Clefbaum, Royal Blue.
Oscar.
Yeah. And then
Good dude.
Evander Kane, the orange one. Leon Draisaitl, reverse retro.
Ah, I love that reverse
Is it the
retro.
orange shoulder reverse retro?
No, it's the
McFarlane.
the drop
Okay,
one.
okay.
I'm a big fan
Oh.
of that logo. Yeah, sorry, no.
That's thinking the orange reverse retro.
orange,
I
yeah,
love
they were
that
awesome.
reverse
It's-
retro. And I
it's
hated that
like-
the players didn't like it and they didn't
They
use
hated
it.
the pants.
Oh yeah, well.
They should put that jersey back out there because that's
was
one I
aw-
regret
it was
not
so
buying
nice.
So, and then I'm not a big fan of the dark navy one that
Yeah,
everybody seems to
same
like. I'm
here.
just not a big fan of it. It's too Halloween like. It's not very
They-
Oilers to me.
They
but-
ripped off the Flyers,
oh well.
their third jersey, and I'm with you on that one, Lance.
So
Yeah.
I'm not really about that. So I haven't bought that one, but I've been working for the all white. So I'm in a lot of jersey groups and stuff where they sell and trade jerseys
like
and
this.
stuff. So
Are
you're
you
always
in any of
looking-
those? You're
No.
a big jersey
So-
guy.
I like jerseys. I don't own a lot of jerseys. I just love the
Shouldn't you
aesthetic
start
of sport.
buying some then?
No,
Okay.
the best jersey I have is a Jason Strudwick Islanders reverse retro 43, and he signed it for me, and I have it framed up in my studio/office at home.
Good old Struddy.
Struddy is an angel. Thank you, Struddy. I love you.
My dream jersey that I keep trying to find everywhere is a Jason Smith with the captaincy.
Oh,
It does not exist. I don't know anybody who I haven't seen it. I can't find it on any jersey group. I don't know. Apparently, we were not big Jason Smith fans back in the day.
yeah. That's like a chupacabra.
Yeah.
You think it exists. You know it exists.
You
but
think
is
he
it
was
out
the
there? Let's see.
captain, so you think somebody would have bought the captain's jersey.
Yeah.
But
He was
can't
such a
find
good
it.
Oiler, too, though.
I
He was a
can't
very good
find it.
Oiler.
I cannot find it anywhere. I can find kits to like make one, right? You can get a captaincy and Jason Smith stuff, but I can't find an actual somebody
Like from the time.
from the time. Yeah.
Dusty's taking a shot at you, Tommy.
What do you say?
In the nasty chat. Hey, Tommy, nice plaid shirt. Who's looking after your sheep right now?
You?
This is Canada and Alberta. What do you mean plaid
Didn't he
shirts?
wear like a farmer shirt?
I don't know what
yesterday?
he was wearing yesterday. I'm just trying to look
Like-
at the shirt that you have, and I don't
we wear
feel.
plaid.
This is from Bozone Live.
I know. I don't.
It's flannel.
I don't think I saw you and related it to being a sheep herdler
Yeah, what the
or
hell?
something.
What's his problem?
I don't know. That's an interesting one.
Is
But
HR
maybe-
Daddy
you know what-
watching?
Do you know what
Is
I think
this
this
an
was?
HR violation?
I'll say it because he got ripped for his shirt yesterday. He's trying to take the heat off of him and
Yeah.
come after you. I think that's what this is.
Good try. Ouch.
So
Tom, you're usually the best dressed.
Thank
I
you,
will
Lance.
admit.
Yeah.
A little bit overdressed at times.
I know.
but you usually do look the best
I
dressed.
appreciate your
No
honesty.
offense, man.
no, I agree. I agree. I'm the guy that goes full flip flop
Yeah.
shorts and t-shirt throughout most of the summer months. So
Yeah.
I want to wear full shorts and flip flops, but it's not warm enough yet. Like this weather is BS.
yeah, today was a bold move to go flip flops today. I'm not
I
gonna
respect
lie.
that though. Both of you guys
Yesterday I
have
didn't
shorts.
do it. I didn't do shorts yesterday either. But then it rained. I
I
was
know.
expecting rain. It's just
Got hail.
I was gonna mow
Yes.
the grass, and I was like, I'm gonna mow the grass, and then it started raining.
Yeah.
And I was like, perfect. I don't have to do this now.
Thank you, Mother Nature. Dusty, what the hell, man?
I don't know. What I love too is it's Dusty giving the fashion comments.
He's probably wearing cargo
Like
shorts.
all the.
It's true.
Gross.
I didn't even know what he's fully wearing today. I didn't even pay attention.
Don't even bother.
Just sponsored stuff.
Classic.
That's all it is.
Yeah, he's probably wearing Cool Bet and a Popeyes bib.
Yeah, George Delgado. Dusty wore his tablecloth yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice.
Okay, Tim says I have a buddy who definitely has a number 21 Smith C jersey.
Nice.
Doubt he's willing to part with it.
Yeah, well, maybe that's
Oh.
the issue. Is nobody wants to get rid of it.
Yeah, they're
What-
holding on to that. And like,
Yeah.
I got this. No one's going to know I have this.
I am curious. Like you said that there's group discussions that are like jersey traders. You're part of that. So what are like the hardest jerseys to find? Like, could you not find a blank Oilers jersey from that era and then go to like Pro-Am, see the Cookson boys and get those numbers?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what would be the hardest. There's a lot of ones where people, like somebody will be like, I'm selling this jersey, and people are offering big money for them.
Really?
So, but it's all fan base, right?
Yeah.
Like who's important. So I couldn't tell you. I don't know enough about the hobby to go in depth of what's the rarest jersey. I know people get really passionate about the Gretzky CCM, the dual CCM on the bottom of the jersey.
Oh,
that
yes.
is a big important thing with Gretzky jerseys.
Yes.
Other than that,
Did you know about this?
No, I did not know about
So
this.
because of his tuck, the CCM logo used to be on the right side, bottom right of the pro jerseys, but because he tucked it on the right side, they put it on the left side as well.
yeah. So his jerseys always had two CCM logos. So if you don't have the two CCM logo, it's not worth jersey collectors' time. Like they want the double.
Yeah.
Was it his the only? He was the only jersey they did it for.
Yeah, because he always hid
Yeah.
the logo.
Yep.
So, but they didn't just make it a standard across all jerseys. They just did it to Gretzky
Jerseys,
jerseys.
jerseys.
That's something I did not know.
So
And
Go ahead.
I love this because Dwayne Tomko, who's like he's like an Oilers historian, but he also looks after all the game used equipment, all the locker room sales. He takes care of that. They're the Nike Oilers jerseys from the 80s. There's counterfeits out there. And some people try to like doctor and Frankenstein these jerseys to like make a Gretzky game worn 80s Nike jersey. And what they'll do is they'll find one and buy it, and it was like some guy that wore it in training camp or whatever, and they'll rip out the stitching, they'll flip a 6 and make it a 9, or they'll buy a couple of them and try to make it 99, and they'll try to make the name bar. And the material that they used back then, from what Dwayne told me, if I remember correctly, it was almost like a parachute material. And there's a way to tell if it's not authentic is people try to mimic it, but they can't get it right. And so they bring it to Dwayne a lot of times to authenticate. And he can pick it up right away. He's like, no, this one's a Frankenstein. This one's doctored. This was a so-and-so jersey that is not an authentic Gretzky, Messier, whatever. And they only had, I think, talking to Sparky, I think they only got 2 sets a year and then maybe one for the playoffs. So there's very rare to have a genuine Nike Oilers 80s jersey too.
Nice.
Yeah.
there you go. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that when Gretzky left, I learned Nike dropped Oilers as their jersey, and then they went for like the cheapest option, and then they screwed up the logo.
Yeah.
And from 1990 to 1994 or something, like the Oilers jersey apparently is like horrible quality, and
Yeah.
the logo's ruined and off. And
It's like
So
really.
Fanatics started back in the 1990s.
But it was CCM at the time, and I have to ask Dwayne. I haven't seen Dwayne because it's so busy lately. But I think Dwayne would have the answer as to why that logo was messed up. And they have one in the Oilers Hall of Fame. It's Messier's from the '90 Stanley Cup, and that logo with the weird R and the drop looks stupid. Like it's like they half-assed it. So yeah, that's a legit thing. I have to ask them why that happened and why they couldn't manufacture the logo properly.
I just always see in the jersey groups, people are like, "Is this a fake?" And they're like, "No, it's a '91 Oilers jersey.
Yeah.
That's legit."
It's one of those ones.
Yeah. And it's weird. You can see it on old hockey cards and photos and stuff, and you're like, that logo looks weird. And it's just however they manufactured it, they messed up the logo.
Yeah.
Teams
They
should go
hated us.
back to individual suppliers.
Well, they got money back then. Like there was teams
that's-
that broke off, went to like Nike, Starter.
Why not? But
Yeah.
soccer is you pick your provider.
Right.
You go and you sell it and you make the deal and you get your kit with Adidas or Nike, wherever you want to go with. It's not a league-wide deal.
Yeah.
I would love the teams to all just go hunt your own.
It used to be that way. But did you know this? Like,
Parity. We got to get
if
everyone
you,
equal.
If you own an NHL team, you don't own the logo and licensing. You have the right to that. The league owns all the logos and the licensing.
Really?
That
Yeah.
explains why when they sold Phoenix, he didn't get the logo and stuff. They kept that from.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought that they could just piece that out. I didn't
They
know that
basically
it's-
you buy it and you have the right to it. but the league owns it. Every logo and all the naming.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. So
Classic NHL.
yeah, but and that I think that's part of why like you hear they're switching from Adidas to Fanatics for the jerseys next year. I know people are not happy about that, rightly so, by the way. But the league owns all of that. It's their decision.
Yeah, no, and that's where like it's hockey now. Like the league, all the leagues in North America, they run the jerseys.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think it'd be cool if we went back the other way and teams could figure it out themselves.
Wild Wild West. Yeah,
Go figure it. Go get
that way.
the Oilers. Right now with McDavid and Draisaitl, it'd be big money that they could bring in as a franchise because you'd want to have the McDavid jersey to sell. You'd want the Leon jersey to sell. Whereas a team like the Flames necessarily wouldn't be that as hot. So if their jersey deal is coming up, like they might struggle to go get that really good deal because, well.
But it would look really unprofessional on the ice if you had like a fancy Nike Oilers versus like a Fanatics jersey, with the logo messed up. And that was the problem, I guess, with the league back in the 80s. It was so like mishmash.
Yeah, it was. I think it was 2000, 2001 where Pro Player came in for 1 year and then they went under. And then I think the league went to co-host CCM or Jofa or something like that. And then they started taking over, and then Reebok in 07, 08.
And then went to Adidas.
Adidas in 17, 18, now Fanatics. And did you see MLB with the jerseys? The MLB PA complained they have to go back to the old material. Like the new stuff, it looks like garbage.
Yeah. I hear that Fanatics is supposed to be using the same factory that Adidas did to make these.
In Quebec.
So there's hope that the jerseys will win.
The material's the same for the game-worn jerseys.
That's why we have to win this year. So we can buy an Adidas Cup jersey, and then we don't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
Because a Fanatics Cup jersey might not be as nice.
Oh, and they're raising the prices too.
The key you said there was the game worn.
Yeah.
So what the players wear though, but what they sell to the fans, that's what I'm intrigued by.
That's a whole different ball
That's what's going to be the intrigue.
It could be.
What are the things that you go to the store and fans can buy? Is it going to still be the good stuff, or is that where we're going to see Fanatics be Fanatics?
You can buy I think there's been a few like hints and like magazine drops of like the upcoming Fanatics jerseys. Apparently the price is going up for like a game worn. It's like $400 now instead of $300. When they went from like $200 to $300, it was ridiculous.
It's true.
And then now it's going up even more apparently. So,
well, everything is, I guess. Everything is.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like the Nikes, the Under Armours, all these companies that manufacture and do uniforms. They want out. They don't want anything to do with team jerseys and stuff. Apparently.
Yeah, the rumor on the internet is Adidas was losing money. Is why they want out.
Could be.
Is why they didn't want. It cost too much to make the jerseys for what the league. They had to provide so many jerseys to the league, I guess.
Yeah.
And they couldn't sell as much as they had to provide or something.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could add up. There's as much as Canadians love hockey, the market's very limited for the hockey jersey.
That's a good point.
It's true.
It's not as global. Whereas like Adidas is very big into soccer. They run a lot of major soccer teams. But the appeal for that is, like, I'll buy a Manchester United Adidas jersey. I'm in Edmonton.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm so far away, but I'm looking to buy one of those. But that's because the appeal is a lot greater. On the Hangout today, we do have the $100,000 hole-in-one qualifying opportunity presented by Golf Town that will take place July 3rd at the Ranch Golf and Country Club. We also have a qualifying opportunity to the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival for the VIP table of 4 to the Sunday show with Bert Kreischer and Whitney Cummings. Let's get to Hangout headlines, which is brought to you by the Ranch Golf and Country Club, offering premier conditions, top-notch service, unmatched value. The Ranch, the place you want to go if you're going to golf this season. Book your tee time by visiting theranchgolf.com. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, Hudson's West Edmonton Mall, Bourbon Street. 4:30.
Say it right.
Bourbon Street. 4:30 tonight, right here in Edmonton Sports Talk. Tommy, YouTube Trev, Matt Cast, and they'll get you set for Oilers Panthers Game 5.
And Stephen Wino, who was supposed to be on the Hangout tonight.
Well, I didn't know if we wanted to call him out.
Oh, I'm calling him out.
Okay.
I was supposed to go pick him up. I think Steve he's been enjoying Edmonton. People are like, why didn't he go to Florida? It's because he's planted here in case this series goes 6.
Yeah, but why didn't they could have flown back? Like, that's the thing.
Because the travel back and forth has been a disaster.
Okay.
And you heard like Rashad yesterday on the Monday talking about Parker. All of his gear showed up except for his lights.
Brutal.
Sort of important for
down
TV.
to Florida. He's super important.
We got lights here in Edmonton, though.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He make it work.
Well, Yes, but Parker needs them in Florida. Yeah, I'm sure he can rent some, or they show.
There's a lot
up
of
or
TV
whatever.
stations.
Yeah,
I'm sure TSN could contact somebody with ESPN
Yeah.
or something.
You
Get
got a lot of
camera.
pull in the cup
that is
finals.
correct.
Stephen Iwanyk, he's with the Associated Press. Yeah, he was supposed to be on the Hangout today, and then Tommy texted me like 9 or 8:30.
He ain't coming.
I can't get a hold of Stephen. I was
supposed
like,
to go pick him
okay,
up.
well,
We'll be just fine. We got Lance. We're
is
good.
what it is.
Yeah, Wino's awesome. He's a character, man. He's well traveled. He's covered like so many international events. He covers the Commanders. He covers horse racing.
Well, because he's Associated Press,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, he was at the Preakness and Belmont Stakes. Did not go to Kentucky Derby. He told me yesterday, and yeah, he's like, you want to talk about a messed up organization and franchise? Washington Football Club, aka the Commanders, aka the Commies.
I do like when people call them the commies. I think that's very
Never
funny.
heard about that.
What a terrible
I
name.
love that actually.
Go commies.
It's so ironic. Anyway,
And they're all red, so it works.
Yeah.
It's great.
yeah,
So
it's oddly, yeah.
The new ownership, they've constantly referenced that there'll be a name change again at some point,
Figure it out.
which would make sense.
Yeah.
Washington football team.
Wino will be with us for the GCL Diesel
Okay.
Oil Stream pregame show.
Not on location,
Yeah,
probably.
on
Oh, he's going to
location.
come out.
Yes, I told him, like, I'll pick you up.
Is
Like,
he going to make it to the post game then?
I don't know.
Because
I
he's
didn't
not
get
making it to the here today. Is
Clearly
he going to
didn't
go
make it.
during the game and go off and not be there for
Yeah,
post game?
I hope so. He said he would. I'm like, we'll take care of your tab. It's good. You're good. He's like, okay, no problem.
Oh, it's even worse.
I didn't get offered a pickup or get a tab or nothing.
Well, I
man.
know, but you're not from Philadelphia covering this.
I had
Lance,
to pay here on my own,
Yeah.
pay my own gas.
you've got your rig out there. You got the orange and blue pride. It's all good.
But yeah.
Wino's got.
First, I thought it was an honor, but now I'm hearing there's rides available.
Well,
It's
he
like, oh.
literally his Airbnb is like 3 blocks away from where we live. So I'm just gonna scoop you up, take you to the studios. Anyway, sorry.
Just digging this hole deeper. Just telling me, let's move on.
Sorry, Lance. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was an option. Is all I'm saying. I would have reached
isn't.
out. You know.
How you guys feeling?
Take-
Lance, how you feeling about tonight?
Very confident.
Are ya?
But I'm one of those. I don't get down. Like I'm very flush. Forget the game, and there's no reason why you can't win the next one. Like so, I do think we're coming back game 6, and then I don't think there's a way this team will lose. I'm pretty sure this fan base will will them through game 6.
I don't know what this
single-handedly.
city looks like on Friday if there's a game 6.
Wild.
And
Like
then,
the excitement, the
Yeah.
entire day.
oh, the best part of like anybody who's anybody in the hockey world was here on this weekend.
Yep.
And after we lost game 3, it was almost like this whole city just kind of like aside and was like, well, let's just have fun. Let's just party and get out there. And as a Jersey guy, people brought out like all the old school jerseys, all the rare ones, all the no-name guys that were out there in the moss pit. It was nice to see. And everybody just partied. And luckily they put up 8, so it was even better. But it was kind of like the nerves for game 3 in this city, you could feel it. And then after, we seemed to just be like, whatever happens, happens. We're here to.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause I thought it was
picked
gonna
up on that
yeah.
vibe.
I thought it was going to be a funeral almost
Yeah.
going to Saturday. Like it was going to
There's-
be a little somber. It was going to be a little like,
Yeah.
well, this might be it. But you're right. It wasn't that.
No, it was just, let's just drink and stand out here and show the hockey world that we're just happy to be here. And
It was very much like that. I saw, you know, that guy that does the VR air drumming?
Yeah.
Remember I did a video of him?
Yes.
He was in the moss pit
He goes
during
every
the
game.
game.
He's been there every
every
game.
game.
I was walking back to get set up for the post game show, and the game is going out. There's like 4 minutes left, and he's just like air drumming. I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, are you not watching this hockey match? No.
It's
Have you
in the
seen
VR
his
goggles.
YouTube?
No.
It's pretty good.
What?
I mean,
This is bizarre beyond belief.
it's silly. I mean, it's silly, but
So we know about this gentleman.
oh yeah.
I just wanna know what
He
he's
made
watching.
whatchamacallit, ESPN and stuff. He was there. Oh yeah, I'm in
Thank
all
God I
like
don't
I'm in
watch.
the Raiders Discord and stuff. They were tagging me, being like, "Who is this guy?" Like he was international, like the
I just
VR
wanna-
guy in Edmonton's Moss Pit.
I want to know
biz-
what he's like. What he's looking at. I want to know what's in his VR.
Yeah,
goggle.
what is he
That's what I'm
looking
interested.
at?
Like, there's got to be the game somewhere, but
Yeah.
then what's he
Yeah.
drumming to? And like,
Yeah.
He's
I'm
playing
very
Beat
fascinated.
Saber, I guess. That I don't know if
Okay.
you guys are VR people. Clearly not.
No.
Okay,
So there's a game Beat Saber,
I've
and then
seen this.
it's like flying blocks,
And you like
they're-
hit them.
Oh.
and then you like to the beat
But I've seen like
hit them.
I've seen like kids and some people who play it and like they're dancing to it and they're
Yeah.
like they have like these. You're like, oh, that looks like you're getting an actual decent workout. This guy's just like,
Yeah, he's not going all out. That's
no,
for sure,
he's just
but-
like looks like
but
he's
I'm
just
pretty sure he's playing Beat Saber.
Fascinating.
yeah. One time I saw him, I was at the gym and he's literally outside of Rogers Place by the casino, and he's standing on it. He puts a Canucks jersey below him, stands on it, and just starts air drumming. And I'm like, what the F is this guy doing?
He's
This
partying.
Yeah, and
He's having a good time.
I
He's
look at
enjoying
the
life.
people around me. I'm like, are you seeing? Like, what is that?
That's Edmonton, man.
Yeah.
We'll
And then Keith Gretzky walked right by him. Didn't even bat an eyelash.
so. But
like,
the
okay.
power for those things, like the battery packs he probably has on and all that.
So we know about this guy.
Oh yeah,
Well, then he had somebody with him one game.
yeah. I don't know if that's like
A teammate?
a
Or if just some
lady,
random-
some lady.
All right.
I don't know their relation. I didn't ask, but she also beat Sabres and
Okay.
Are you into the mosh pit a lot? Like do you
every
go-
game.
Really?
Every game.
And how is it?
Yeah.
Because I don't
It
think I've really
varies.
known someone that's been there a bit. How is
I
the
go.
mosh pit? Because we see
Go
what
on.
Yegwave does, but that's
yeah,
only
that's
clip.
not it. Like Yegway will have you believe that if you go, you're probably going to get in a fight. And I honestly haven't seen a fight. And then it's like the next day, Yegwave's like, "There's a fight," and I was like, "Where was this? Where was I?" But
Interesting.
it varies. It's a very younger crowd, and when we're losing, there is definitely a little bit more like they'll start to lose interest and they start to just kind of drink and stuff. I have a couple like annoying experience. I wouldn't say bad, but in general, it's a good time. A little overpriced. It's stadium prices.
So
Yeah.
a beer's
In
like
there.
$14.
$16.
Oh.
Like, so that's the only
Oh.
negative thing.
Can you come in and out?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, then
haven't,
you go.
but everything.
There's a couple liquor stores nearby.
Well, they-
Literally one
everybody
right
drinks
there.
in the lineup.
Two.
So it's pretty fun. Everybody's drinking in the lineup. They have their Mickeys and their beers and
Smart.
and
Birdie
stuff.
booze.
And then there's like a power box. At least where I line up, there's like a power box kind of very close by. So as the line gets in, you just see like empty bottles of Mickeys and stuff just get piled up before they bring it into the moss pit. It's
And they
pretty
get
funny.
recycled. I know this because we have a lot of people who are recyclers that live around the area.
Yes, yes. My wife used to work for Boyle Street when it was down there, so and we know
Yeah.
all about the
Yeah.
recyclers.
Let's call them recyclers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not that bad in there.
It's not that bad. It's a vibe. I said the one negative experience I ever had was we were losing. It was game 3, and there was like this 18-year-old girl, and then she would just pick cups off the ground and throw them at people's heads.
That's not right.
And I was just like, "What are you doing?"
I laugh because that's just so
Don't
weird.
do that.
It's just like, "What are you doing?" And then there was this one guy who just like kept tapping people on the shoulders, right, and like making them turn around, and then like staring at them weirdly.
Yeah.
You know, just like little
But that's like
18-year-old kids.
that's where
kinda
the world
Drug-
is nowadays.
yeah.
No, it's not even fully that. Some
I
of
think
it's
it's
just
drugs.
TikTok.
Yeah,
TikTok.
probably.
To make people go with their TikToks to make things awkward,
So,
and they go and
yeah.
I just saw a video this past week where a guy sat down, like he saw a meeting taking place in a McDonald's, like a staff meeting, and he chose to sit down and like, hey, sorry I'm late, and then they got all mad at him. And now the one guy said, I'm going to throat punch you. So that was a little too far. But then he got upset that they're telling him to like get away. And it's like, well, you kind of just sat down at a random meeting
Yeah.
trying to make a joke while these guys are like, who knows what this meeting could have been about.
I
and you're
respect
just
the-
shooting a TikTok video.
Yeah.
So like that's where we've gone as a world sometimes where it's like, I got to film this video. I'm going to make things uncomfortable for others.
It's so dumb.
So
It's ridiculously stupid. So not drugs.
I don't know.
It has to be
Like I said.
drugs.
No, I like sometimes it's just that's the generation. It's to go social.
Where's Zach to
just
come?
watch somewhere else and see if somebody's filming a little further away, and then it's social media.
We need Zach to come to explain this because
Well,
it's beyond
I
ridiculous.
will say, when I went to the Moss Pit when we faced Calgary in Game 5 in the OT, we were going in OT as intermission, and it was dead quiet in the Moss Pit. It was very awkward. Like, you could feel the nerves. And I remember these 3, like, 18-year-old kids came, and they're like, why is everybody quiet? Or they start screaming. They're like, we got to get some shoe drinks in here. And the guy took off his shoe, and he got on his knee.
Did
and
shoeies.
and his buddy poured
Ew.
beer through his shoe, and they drank it. And then the crowd just went nuts, and everybody came and was filming and drinking out of their shoes. And then we won, and it was a party in Lebanon. But those
Daniel
3
Ricciardo
kids,
there, baby.
Yeah.
those 3 kids with their shoe brought that place back to life, and I'll never forget that.
Okay, I
I'm intrigued
respect
why I would
that.
be a little
but
nervous though, because like I understand it was going to overtime, but the Oilers are up 3-1 in that
It's
series.
true,
Like
but-
it's not like it was game 7.
Right. Also,
But yeah, respect to those 3 for getting the crowd going. I will go there.
I'll remember that.
Daniel Ricciardo.
yeah, but
The
listen,
shoey.
there's a difference between Daniel Ricciardo
Why?
doing a shoey because he wears shoes once and then gets new shoes. And then I'm assuming
Are you
these
sure?
kids. Come
Are
on.
you sure?
100%.
Are you positive?
These guys, I guarantee it. These kids probably wearing these shoes. They have stinky feet, poor hygiene practices.
Oh my! So
Think
it's
of all
so
the
judgmental.
bacteria that they were drinking. No, it's a
So
fact.
you won't drink out of your shoe.
Absolutely not.
Stanley Cup Game 7, we win.
First of all, I wouldn't win
He's not a
anything.
fan.
And I would not drink out of my shoe. I like my shoes. I respect my shoes. And I respect the fact that I don't want the bacteria from whatever's in my shoes getting into my system.
I don't think I could do it, but I respect that in the moment that kind of got the
Okay.
crowd going, and I'll be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Good on you, kids.
And then
Well done."
other people started doing shoeies, I guess.
And then the Oilers won.
And then they
And
won,
you want to know
yeah.
something? There's something to that.
Okay.
So-
Did the Oilers win because those guys took shoeies? Potentially.
To me, in my mind,
You want-
I said they brought that whole place back. Man.
You can't prove that didn't help the Oilers win. You can't prove it.
Okay. Whatever.
Because they did it, and then the Oilers won. To me, there's at least a little bit of a connection. You can't prove it didn't help.
So, in conclusion, the Moss Pit is a really good time.
Good thesis.
There's varying levels of different people, right? You get that
Yeah.
many people together. There's going to be some annoying people, and don't fight them. Is all I can say. Just
Don't
move
fight
on.
each other, please.
I did have a lot of intrigue one time, and I guess I'm not doing it this year, but to try to go into the Moss Pit one game and just see what it's like.
You gotta,
It is fascinating to me.
You got to go early. Like I'm leaving from here to the Moss Pit now.
Come
So
on.
It will be. Oh, you got to get lined up like noon for Game 4. It was already like,
Really? Was that
down
long?
Oh yeah. People,
Wow.
especially
No, that was a Saturday.
that was
Yeah,
Saturday,
that's
right?
true. It was
Yeah.
a nice day. It was a nice day too on that Saturday.
So yeah, but yeah, especially now you got to go early. And with Shania Twain, that one was people
Right.
were lining up at like 10 a.m.
What are they going to announce for Game 6?
I don't know. Everyone
Nickelback.
keeps saying Nickelback. I haven't heard anything.
It can't be Nickelback.
They had them at the Heritage Classic.
Exactly. It can't be Nickelback. Got to be someone else.
I was surprised Our Lady Peace was Game 3.
I like Our Lady Peace. I
Well,
won't lie to you.
I'm surprised with Shania Twain.
Shania
Because she
Twain
also
was
just
good,
did
yeah.
like how many shows in Edmonton this year,
She's coming back in November.
right? Like
Yeah.
that's
She
where I
loves
just,
Edmonton.
yeah.
Well, I love any place that pays me a lot of money to show up to.
Who
Is
could
it
you
true
get?
that was the largest concert the NHL put on? Or is that just what we're pretending on the internet?
Oh, is that what's being said?
That's yeah.
Like
that
an
was the
outdoor
largest
concert.
Maybe.
concert the NHL has put on.
Because they had
They don't have a lot of
2016 World Cup, they had the Killers at their fan park,
right.
which I'm assuming was not as big as this one.
I couldn't tell you. That's why I thought maybe you guys would know. as
They don't really put on
media people.
concerts, right? Like,
Right.
so it could very well be. Like, how many people can you squeeze in there?
NHL.com does say it was the largest crowd the NHL has ever hosted.
Okay.
So that's from NHL.com.
The
Okay.
internet's never wrong.
No,
Can't
it's
lie
not.
on the
That's
internet.
staff writers of the NHL. So
Yeah.
like I don't think they would put on something that wasn't true for that. So yeah, I guess
Yeah,
that
they
would be the
said
largest
10,000
concert.
people were in that fan place.
That's
for
awesome.
Yeah, when I
Shania
saw
Twain.
pictures, it's like there's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know how you top Shania.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just Shania. It worked
No,
for Game
you
4.
can't do-
You,
You
don't
gotta get
need to
something
top
new in
it,
there.
like, or can you just have a Canadian act? Like, does it need
Does
to
it need
be
to be
top?
Canadian? I want like
Whale in the Walls.
Pitbull or somebody.
Maybe.
Let's go. Get Dua Lipa in here, please.
You know what would
NHL.
actually be crazy if you
Dua
could do it?
Lipa.
No.
Taylor
if you want to
Swift.
get people going, Black Eyed Peas.
Ooh, that would be
They're
a good
not
one, too.
together.
I get if you could get them together for Pump It.
Just one of them, even.
Just getting
Can we
that
move on
song
past
there.
06?
But
Please.
you know how
Never.
pumped people would be excited if that was like if that song came because it
not
brings
the young
it
kids.
brings.
They don't know Black Eyed Peas, do they?
I think
don't know.
that's still a club hit. I think
I
they
think there's
still
a
play
few of
that.
those
They
in the
still
clubs.
play
I think
that,
a few of those would still be club songs.
So
LMFAO. You want to bring back somebody and want to have a good time?
They really don't get along.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, I heard the uncle and the nephew just hate each other.
Really?
That's
Red
why
Foo
that's why
and-
they broke up.
Damn.
Yeah. Like Black Eyed Peas, I think they just slowly broke up over the years. Well, there's a couple still doing. Like Black
Yeah,
Eyed Peas
yeah.
is still alive.
Yeah, but no Fergie.
But and I think another one. I don't know if Will.i.am's still in it or not.
Will.i.am is excellent.
But I don't think it was like a hatred thing. It was move on time. LMFAOs, they don't like each other.
Damn.
yeah,
So I don't know what happened there.
they don't even like talking about it, kind of thing. Like,
Shoot,
Do
okay.
not ask me about it.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
they're probably not coming. I'm
If
willing
they-
to bet on that they're probably not coming.
If they get that, they did some really like the Oilers and the NHL paid for some serious therapy sessions to
Nah.
get that done.
But you never know. Like, I did not expect Our Lady Peace, so they're definitely pulling their hands in the hat. And
See, and I don't mind something that's shocking, like because the two names that would come to my mind, like they'll be them, Nickelback or Arkells. Those are the
Arkells
two
would
that
be great.
But it's like we've seen it, we've
Did
done
we just
it.
have
Yeah.
Arkells
So
here?
let's get something different.
Yeah.
That's why like Our Lady Peace was like,
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
sweet.
impressed. They got
It's
some
different.
bangers, man. Like,
They do, but I know Jeremy Taggart, and he's told me some stories. Like he left Our Lady Peace, sold his shares of the band to the band, and he's like, yeah, no, and he told me some stories. And I'm just like, oh,
that's just
that
being in
changes
a
my
famous
opinion
band.
of the band.
As somebody who's been in a lot of bands, it's just being in a band. You're gonna fight. You're close together all the
Yeah.
time.
or especially the smaller
Yeah.
band, like as you're touring or something, and you're all in the same van.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Stories are gonna come.
Yeah,
So
I believe
I
it.
get it. Like I get why bands break up. As I've been that guy that was like, you want to know what? I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. Like screw you guys, man. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Rip City Steps says Game 6 fan park is the time for Tupac to come out of hiding.
Stop it, Step.
so I would love like Sum 41. I think would be a great.
Did they call it?
They're
they're
on
on
their
their-
final tour.
They're
on their
okay,
final
okay.
tour.
So I think it would be
That's
cool
a
for them.
solid one.
I thought that would be a cool one, but I don't know where they are on their tour.
Yeah, didn't Avril Lavigne
Avril
have Derek
Lavigne would be
Whibley
a
come
decent
on?
one. Yeah.
Avril Lavigne's on a tour right now too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Because that's her final tour.
She's done too.
I think so.
Wow.
They're not even
Like
together,
quotes.
and they're
Yeah.
quitting together, eh?
I just
Someone said Tate McRae, but Tate McRae played All Stars, so I don't know. Like you're double dipping again.
That's
It's
fair.
but that's not
Nickelback.
Edmonton double dipping,
Yeah, but
right?
it's NHL double
But she's
dipping.
a
also,
Calgary fan,
that's the
isn't
other thing too. She's from Calgary.
Yeah, that's bad juju.
It's that also. I don't like. I think she's enough of a hockey fan that she wouldn't want to do it. I would
She's a
assume.
big hockey fan.
Okay, but like she, like as a Calgarian, would you want to do that?
No.
Unless I guess you're trying to sell your music. You
Well, I
don't
also
care
heard
at that
Justin
point.
Bieber, but he's a Toronto fan, so
Yeah.
Actually, the Tate McRae, I would have time for Tate McRae,
I'm.
but I
indifferent.
think she's on tour in Europe.
Yeah, whatever.
They're all on tour, I guess.
It's a quick flight over.
Fair. We got time.
Like when Biebs was doing the Ellen show and we were landing at LAX, coming back from Phoenix, and he came on our media bus and he's like, I just want to wish the guys good luck. And JJ Bear, the Oilers PR guy at the time, is like 2:30 in the morning. And we're like, oh my God, that's Bieber. And he came on our bus. The team bus was ahead of us. And he saw all the Oilers gear being loaded into the buses and trucks. And JJ goes, stop the bus, that's Bieber. And he had two huge bodyguards behind him. And yeah, he comes up on the bus and we're like, oh my God. He's like, I just want to wish the guys good luck. And then JJ's like, I'm JJ, I'm the PR guy, shakes his hand. As soon as JJ shook Bieber's hand, customs agents grabbed him and said, you didn't clear, and yanked him away and took him to clear customs.
Well,
So we got to the
Doing their
hotel and we were so tired. And I went up to some of the players. I'm like, did you guys see Bieber? He want to go meet you guys. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, remember that big private plane that landed? That was Bieber. And they're like, who cares? I'm like, yeah, I guess so.
I was gonna say 20-year-old men aren't really Bieber fans, right?
Yeah, they didn't care at the time.
Yeah.
No. Drake, he put that big bet on the Oilers.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. He's in the hot water though, isn't he? Right
What
now,
did he do?
isn't he?
He's got that
We're
beef
still
with the
talking
guy.
about the beef.
I don't know.
with
I'm,
Kendrick
I'm not
Lamar?
really
Yeah,
up to
that's
date
right.
on it. Is why I asked. Like,
Well, he's got that beef, but then
is
he
that
put,
a PR nightmare? Is I guess what I'm asking.
No, because people are talking
I think the PR
about it.
nightmare is just having Drake here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like not
So,
even with
like,
anything else. It's just the idea that Drake has somehow weaseled his way in.
Yeah.
And you're like, why is he here? Who's
Yeah.
So I don't think
does
they're
this
gonna
stuff
do
with MLSC, but like he made that big bet on the Oilers, like
true.
during the Cup final. It's like,
Go away,
I'll say
Drake.
this: if the Oilers do lose, I'm blaming Drake.
it. Oh,
Sure.
Well, he puts the bet on the Stanley Cup final.
it's true.
Like I'm not the biggest David Portnoy guy, but at least he put the bet on at the start of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Drake. He always comes in at the end to try to be like, I'm
Sure.
with you guys. Well,
No, you're not. You don't
Garth
understand
Brooks.
Oilers fan.
Ooh,
Oh, stop it.
That would-
Oh my God. Do we have to put up another banner for him?
I am not a fan of the
he
banner.
puts
but-
the banner next to it. He gets two banners.
One sold out show.
And then 'cause
Besides
if he
nine
beats
sold
Shania
out
Twain, then he gets the largest NHL crowd ever banner.
That banner
And they
needs to
up
go.
there.
It needs to put it up in the hallway between the arena and the
But that's not where he
downtown
played the
community.
show. He played the shows inside. So it's got to be seen in there.
I am not a fan of the banner.
The banner is stupid.
They do it in the crypto.com arena. They have it at MSG.
yeah, but like
Pearl
Billy
Jam has one
Joel,
somewhere.
Taylor Swift has.
but like Billy Joel has played hundreds of sold out shows in those buildings.
Yeah, but has
He'll
he
do
sold
residency.
9 straight at
Yes.
Rogers?
Oh my,
No, he hasn't done
not
9
at
straight at
Rogers.
Rogers.
Oh my God, that banner is so stupid. I hate it. And it's right in front of where we sit normally, with all the media. You and I are in the auxiliary media, which is fine.
Well, during the regular season.
Yeah, but during the race, it's right there. I'm like, this banner is dumb. and it's like right beside the Oil Kings banners, and I'm like, poor Oil
It is.
Kings, so dumb. Get rid of it. Put it.
You
in
just
that
hate
stupid-
Garth Brooks.
I don't. I respect if Johnny Jasmine.
I'm
was
going to tell
watching-
Johnny
Jo-
Jasmine to be like,
If Johnny
don't
Jasmine's
ever let
watching-
Garth Brooks tune in the Hangout because Garth
I
hates
love
him.
Garth Brooks.
Clearly, you don't.
Big Chris Gaines guy right here.
I guess
And
the
just,
question
but that
is,
banner shouldn't be there.
is how many sold out shows till you get a banner, right?
Well, now
the
that's
real
the bar,
question, right?
I think that's
is it
the bar.
9 or is
Low
it
and
Was it
10?
8 or 9? I
Nine.
can't remember.
It's 9,
It's
it
9.
was
Okay.
9. But can
I
we
think
put one up
that's
for
the bar.
5?
No, I think now the bar has to be 9.
So we'll never get another banner.
Well, you need to get somebody has to come and do 10.
So
Who's going to come do 10?
if Garth Brooks does 10, do we put another banner up? Is
You
it like
replace the
collecting
banner.
cups? Like
You replace it.
9,
Or man, no, I
10.
think it'd have to be 2 banners because you have the
So-
different cup appearances.
Right. So
Like,
that's what I mean.
yeah.
So like, do we get it? Somebody does 7. Is that still impressive? Is that worth a banner?
No, I think 9 has to be the limit now.
Oh, my
Like if you do 9, then you get a banner or
So
more.
Elton John's 2. That's
No.
no banner.
No
No
He
banner.
What do they get is when those artists come to town in the bottom of Rogers, they usually put a mural up.
Yeah, they
I think
do.
William Huff does it, puts it up there.
Yeah.
And then it stays, and they have a couple of them, and then they eventually go over it after a certain amount of time. So that's what they get for like a couple of years is their
Gotcha.
little
The
mural.
banner.
Because Elton John had one
Yeah.
for the longest time, right where the trucks come in.
There's a
I think it's
Buble
gone
one.
now.
Well, they get banged up too because like all the cases and the road gear stuff, like and they get smashed up and stuff. Someone told me there's a Buble one up right now. That before the Canucks series, they tried taking peeling the Buble one off, and you can kind of see the corner. I'm like, I don't know if it's just coming
Seems
off.
a little petty.
Yeah, and I'm like, who cares?
Well, who tried taking it off?
I don't know. I don't.
Just fans.
Well, because
No, because there's
Might
not
have
a lot
the-
of fans that have access
yeah, I know.
down there. It's
Might
just-
have been the Oilers because Michael Bublé is kind of a Canucks fan.
That's why.
And it's like so that's not to me. That's just being smart.
oh,
I'll go there.
I feel like just slapping
Whatever.
Oilers logo over his face, good enough.
But like, so they have
Just put an Oiler jersey
It's
right
just-
on his
yeah,
face.
there you go.
They have like Drake and other big acts that have played down there in the Oilers jerseys, but those are permanent displays. They're kind of more down the other back wall.
No, I think those will get covered eventually.
You think
Because there
so?
was a Paul McCartney one that's no longer there,
And
and,
there
he was
was-
down one of those.
There was
Paul.
also Fleetwood Mac one that's
Yes.
gone now.
So I think over time they just
Tom-
replace them
no, not
after a
Tom
number
Petty.
of years. They get that next, like they wait, like it's not every act gets it.
Yeah.
But when those big acts come, I think eventually they probably maybe rotate through a little bit
Yeah,
and then put
maybe.
over because I don't think the Elton John one is there.
There's a Carrie Underwood one.
is
She's
there?
wearing an Oilers jersey, if I remember
Carrie
correctly.
Underwood was here.
Yeah, I went to it.
Remember that. I actually don't.
She was
remember
good. I think Cass knows her. Cass is friends with
Potentially.
Mike Fisher.
that. That makes sense that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, get her on the Hangout, Cass.
And pull
Yeah.
some strings.
Let's go, Cass.
She could be the first one ever that I'll do these.
Do we put a banner up? Do we put a banner up?
No,
for her?
Actually,
although I have a lot of time for that.
I do have an idea for this room that I haven't accomplished yet, but I do have to get into it. So
Banners.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Not full banners. No, not banners.
Interesting.
Although banners would be fun.
We-
Just start hanging them.
We can hang stuff
over
up
there.
here.
And then Tommy will get mad because
I
do
will get
banners.
very mad.
How many hangout appearances till somebody can get a banner?
Well, you and I are setting the record every day. Los Lobos would be so perfect. Yeah, but what other song are they gonna play?
They're just gonna play La
Yeah.
Bamba for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Also, didn't their singer die in a plane crash? Wasn't he with
well,
Buddy Holly?
Richie Valens. That's the day the music died. Him, Buddy Holly. There's a few of them died in a private plane. But Los Lobos redid the song for the movie La Bamba with Lou Diamond Phillips. Very good movie, by the way. Late 80s, I think it came out. So Los Lobos is still going, but Richie Valens, the original singer of La Bamba,
Gotcha.
he died in that plane crash.
I remember in 22 they said that if we won the cup, they'd come do a free show.
That's
Yes,
great, but what other
so-
songs are they going to play?
Again,
know.
30 minutes extended
Just La
version.
Bamba.
La
Do we
Bamba.
need? They could just play La Bamba and be like, "Thank you."
Does it ever actually end
Yeah.
the song?
That's a good point.
La
too.
Bamba.
Could they just keep it going and looping
So,
it?
I'm not in depth with their catalog, to be honest with
I don't
you. I
think
didn't even know
anybody
who
is.
sang La Bamba until it became our thing.
Okay, so what is it again? Los.
Lobos.
I'm just trying to see. Okay,
Someone
here we
texted
go.
in Katie Lang. Yeah, good Alberta girl.
Tegan and Sarah.
Tegan and Sarah. I like Tegan and Sarah, actually.
So La Bamba has 196
Big
million
sugar.
streams on Spotify.
How many?
196 million
That's
streams.
pretty good.
Their next closest is 38 million streams, so there's a big drop off. It is "We Belong Together," and then
That sounds like a cup song.
"Come On, Let's Go,"
Also, it sounds like they just write hype music.
and then "Donna," and then "La Pistola El Corazon."
Oh,
Nailed it.
That's
First try. I'm into
I
it.
like
Fun.
Here's
I
Donna.
love like
Okay.
That's not bad. Okay.
okay.
A little slow.
This is Come On, Let's Go.
Come on, let's go.
I'm into it. I'm on board.
How long is this song? This song's 2 minutes long, so that's not long. Donna is only 2:21. The other one is I'm pressing the wrong buttons here.
Oh my. Where'd you find this guy?
327. 327. We Belong Together. It's only 2 minutes. They don't play long songs.
I feel like
So
this
this
is
is
going
a
to be like
really
16
long-
minutes
They
and
have a
4
set
minutes.
list though, right? You
This is a
assume-
really short concert.
Yeah.
We don't need it to be long.
Set list. I will
don't
go
need it
see
to
their,
be long.
I'll go find their latest set list.
How long was Shania? Like
I don't
30
know.
minutes,
I have
right?
no idea.
Well,
I was-
but they
I was
also
on
only
the
have 2 minute
air.
songs here, so
Yeah.
like, there's not a lot. They're gonna have to play a lot of songs,
A lot
even
of
for
talking.
30 minutes.
There's a lot of crowd engagement.
What are you laughing at?
Edmonton, how are you?
You play a song, you bring the cup on, you bring the guys on, you do some interviews, you play a song, you bring some other parts of the team.
So they play on the 21st
Hire
and the
me, Edmonton.
22nd.
Okay.
When's Game 6?
Friday.
That's the 21st. They have a show, so we can't even do that
shoot.
So
one.
maybe
They're on,
this
a,
shows
they're on a
this
50th
one.
anniversary tour actually right now.
They got a set list.
Except no one's updating set list with them. Here we go. How many songs they have on the set list? Their set list is 10 songs long.
So
That's
they're
all we
done in
need.
20 minutes.
That's all we need.
Oh, they're also an opening act.
That
Yeah.
makes
It's
a
not
lot of
even their
sense.
tour.
Yeah. They're strictly an opening act.
So
Oh, this one's a little bit of a longer set list that they did in PA. It was 16 songs. Oh, with
Prince
Encore,
Albert?
18
Or
songs.
Philadelphia?
No,
Or
Philadelphia.
Pennsylvania. Okay.
Philadelphia. They also do a lot of covers.
I'm all for that.
Oh,
They did a
boy.
Fleetwood
they
Mac
could
cover,
do Nickelback. They could
Grateful Dead cover, Neil Young cover.
Oh, so all they do is covers.
They play La Bamba in their cover band. So I'm
With a
on board.
great name.
I'm on board.
Okay. Pat says, why wouldn't they keep the murals like how Rexall had a Rod Stewart mural 40 years later? I don't know. I don't know why
Well,
they
they're
don't
pretty
keep.
big size murals.
They're huge. They're huge, but they peel off and they get banged up from all like the
Well,
equipment. that gets-
there's also only so much wall space where I think they wanted people to see it, like
Yeah.
especially the artists that are walking through or something.
Yeah.
Like it, because like there's the whole. You could walk around the entire
It's a
Rogers
cir- it's a
Place in
ring,
the bottom.
yeah.
But most people don't touch like a good 2/3 of it.
Yeah,
almost.
because there's
We're
like
like-
the back area where all
Yeah.
the beer kegs and all like the event staff have their lockers and their lunchroom and stuff, and there's storage down there.
What about Trooper?
Shut up!
Raise a little hell.
Oh my God! Stop it!
That's the like they do every Grey Cup.
Go
How do they
away.
not come to Game
Yeah, and
6?
Kim Mitchell and Bay
Trooper
City
is
Rollers.
Game 6. You cannot get ready for Game 6 without Raise
is
a Little
the
Hell.
CFL?
What about
There's nothing getting you ready. Hey, the Oilers, third period, big defensive zone face-off, down 2-1. What comes on over the speakers? Raise a Little Hell. We need it live.
we could do Caden's
Awful.
Weapon? He has that McDavid song.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a good hype song.
yeah.
You love it.
These ideas suck.
You're thinking right now, like, oh my God.
This is what
I
the
wish I
Oilers
came up with
planning
this.
team. This is what their meetings are like. I'm sure.
Someone's Norman at Combine's like, get Brett Kissel. Brett Kissel will do it. He'll do whatever you
I'm
want.
tired of that man.
He's a
too. I
huge
won't lie to
Oiler
you.
fan. He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Is,
That's fine,
I like some
but
of his
we're-
tunes.
Yeah.
Give me Trooper
Yeah.
over Brett Kissel easily.
But like, please, Brett, sit down.
I want like you.
We get it.
Bring in you. I'll get the Rolling Stones for crying out loud. I don't know. Let's
Maybe a
go
little
big.
too high. Let's
Yeah.
bring the expectations.
Well,
down.
yeah, if we're going really high, like, if you're really trying to just appeal to
Metallica.
everyone, then you're just getting Taylor Swift.
There you go.
That'd be amazing.
Like, straight up.
I would.
If you're looking for the biggest star right now
I'd
in
be
the
like,
world.
Trev, you've got the rest of the show, and I'm going to.
We would have like everybody flying into the city just for that show.
That's a good point.
For that free show to Taylor Swift.
20 minutes of T Swift.
Who else would be then the big one? Bring back Led Zeppelin. Be the people that bring back Led Zeppelin.
I feel like we're losing the plot here, guys.
30 minutes.
Someone's like, Aiden says April Wine. Stop it.
See?
Stop it. And then
You
Pat,
got to do a little younger, right?
Pat says Trooper's busy playing
Well, then
small town roadies. You're probably in like
If you're
Lloydminster.
then Sum 41 is the way to go.
Right, you gotta
I would
do-
go.
it's the
Billy
millennial.
Talent would be kind of
Someone
in that.
mentioned Billy Talent. Jamie did.
I did honestly, truthfully, out of everyone we did get thrown out there, the Sum 41 that you
Is
threw
it-
up Lance,
yeah.
I think is actually would be an awesome one. It would work so well.
ACDC.
Yeah, but they're not AC/DC as much anymore.
That's true.
Norm says just let Dusty play goal songs like a DJ.
There's an idea there. Maybe Dusty should look at getting some DJ equipment.
Brian Adams
and playing those songs in the clubs.
Dusty and Eric being full hype men. They just get the big board. They don't do anything with the board. It's just all not hooked up, but they just press their goal songs. And
A lot of DJs do that. A lot of DJs do that.
They do.
Yeah.
What do I want? Get Dua Lipa in here, please.
See again, we're going back to if you're going too high. Then if we're with this, she's too big of a star.
But Shania's a big star.
She is.
Shania is also, but like, there's a Canadian connection at the very least.
It's
Dua's
you got to do
massive.
big,
I
but
love
also
Dua.
like
Currently, right now, Dua is massive
Yeah.
too. I don't know how you convince Dua Lipa
Somewhere
to
in
come to
between.
Edmonton
yeah.
to do a show before Game 6 of the Stanley Cup
And
final.
you can't do the boomer generation of all the classic rock and stuff because that you got to do like it's the millennial time, right?
Yeah.
This is you got to do
guess so.
that kind of generation of Our Lady Peace or Billy
Loverboy,
Talent
no.
or
The
that kind of
Trues.
thing.
Bring back
Jason,
those 90s.
no.
Yeah.
Big Wreck, no. That's so niche.
You know?
That's
like
why.
when the Grey Cup did Green Day.
It was
like that
amazing.
was and then when the
Which
Super
the
Bowl
NHL
did
still has screwed up.
Yeah.
Because Green Day was the NHL's official
they swore
band for
though.
2 years. But then they swore at the All-Star game and we never heard from Green Day again. And then they go to the Grey Cup and they swear and everyone's like, this is awesome.
Yeah. We don't
Yes.
That
we
wasn't
don't
great.
swear in hockey, you guys. Like I'm
And like, how do you not expect Green Day's going to swear?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you guys promised not to swear? Oh, okay. Yeah, we believe you. Like,
yeah, okay.
yeah. That was
Oh, the
definitely a
weekend.
miscalculation.
That'd be good. Weekend.
I
would
can see
be
the
good.
weekend.
That'd be good.
I can see the weekend.
Yep.
still
Someone
doing music?
Someone texted in civilian Rashog with his acoustic, please. Oh my god.
I don't know what civilian Rashog's up to these days.
Civilian Rashog. It doesn't.
I haven't heard
exist.
about the guitar in a long time because then he got into the F1 sim, and now civilian Rashog's into the golf sim.
Is the golf sim even a thing anymore? He gets like these projects that he does, and he invests money into them, and then they go away.
You don't hear about them.
Yeah.
That's me too.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of hobbies that collect dust.
I was into model trains for a while. Not anymore.
This is the EST Hangout presented by Two Hoots Hard Ice Team. Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola, Lance Kane, Nasty Club member 28.
28.
28
Nice.
With us, winner of the draw for the month of May to be on the Hangout. Euros is about to begin. Big match, Turkey and Georgia. Getting
my
set.
goodness.
Let's go
10
Turkey.
o'clock,
Match.
and then I don't even know who I picked in this. So I don't even know.
Go Turkey.
How
How about the
I could go with that.
Slovaks
I could go
yesterday
with
with
that.
the big win over Belgium?
Huge upset.
Couple
Huge
of
upset
no
today.
goals.
Portugal takes to the turf, the pitch, if you will, with
we
Ronaldo
will.
going in his 6th Euros.
Who's?
Ronaldo being his 6th Euros if he
he's
plays today.
good for
So
him.
when he plays today,
Man's old.
and that's and he's hoping that I saw read today that he'll be playing in the 2026 World Cup here in North America. So
But on Edmonton.
Yeah.
let's not go there.
It's still.
Let's not go there. It's
Can
a very
I ask
sore
about
spot.
a past
Yeah.
soccer game for the Euros?
Yep.
That Germany game where that guy got a red card. That was the Germany game. Why was that a red card?
Oh,
I
against
didn't see-
Scotland? This
Yeah.
You know, I didn't fully see it. When I got to the German club, Lieutenant Eric and Redbeard were there, and I saw the red card. I'm like, oh, red card, like, and they're like, little soft.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
think-
the biggest
Cleats-
soccer expert, but I was like,
think he got cleat. He hit him with the
spikes were
cleat
up?
a little bit.
but he hit
And,
the
like,
ball first, right? Isn't that the rule?
Yeah, if you get the ball, generally it's good, but maybe the ref doesn't view it that way.
I don't know. I didn't understand, but I know just accept that I'm not the most soccer knowledgeable person.
What you have to do when it comes to these events, you just need to throw it on, sit back, relax, and just enjoy the beauty. It was great watching Trev and Zach, even Tommy, watching a little bit of the Belgium
I was
game
watching.
yesterday.
You get
and,
into the football?
A little bit of footy.
getting into it a little bit.
I'm cheering for us this weekend. You're going to be at the game.
Not this week. This week, Thursday.
week, yeah.
Thursday, 6:00, Canada, Argentina, Copa America.
We
I am on my plane later tonight.
Need a win against Argentina.
We
in
do not
Copa.
need a win. It'd be
We want a
wonderful.
1-0 loss.
No, it's not a want. No, we don't want a 1-0 loss.
What do we want?
It would be great if we win,
We want to win.
but we can live with a 1-0 loss. That is very
okay.
acceptable.
We
That is
win.
solid.
That would probably be the
Oh, it'd be
biggest
amazing.
win in Canadian soccer history.
Huge. Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah.
You go and take Argentina in a game that matters. Like, 'cause I think
Even a tie, you'd argue.
for the
Yeah.
men's side, I think two of the biggest matches we would argue about would be Brazil 0-0 here in Edmonton. That was a friendly.
94.
And then the France 0-0 that just recently happened.
Right.
People are saying, it's one of the biggest results in Canadian soccer history.
Forget the Gold Cup that they've won.
Well, it's North American.
Yeah.
Right. So you go beat Argentina, who were
World Cup champions.
are defending champs at Copa. That would be easily like
Absolutely.
the greatest accomplishment Canadian men's soccer's ever accomplished. So it'd be a lot of fun.
Even if they make it close, just so Argentina can actually be like, oh, Canada.
What if Alphonso Davies just sucker punches Messi just for S&Gs?
Oh, throw some
Why would you
elbows in the
do that?
corner. Throw some elbows in the corner.
It'd be so memorable.
It would be, and then he gets a red card. He walks off, and Canada's down to 10 men, and Argentina just
And we still win.
just loads. Okay,
I'm subscribing to whatever you're selling here.
This is
Tom.
this is my football fantasy here.
Okay.
thank you for saying football.
Yeah, no
Football.
problem.
Football.
Footy.
We should actually talk about the Oiler game a little bit.
Why?
Actually, deeper. We just went off on a tangent of the musicians.
My bad, guys. I'm not
No,
a
that's
professional.
great.
No, that's the point of this show. What do the Oilers have to do to force a game 6? What's the key, Tommy? Key to an Oiler victory.
Score more goals. Obviously, I don't know. I honestly believe Florida is going to be pissed off to the point where what happened on Saturday here, they're going to try to do the Oilers tonight and end this thing kind of the same way that 9-3 win last year where the Golden Knights wiped out the Panthers. I think that's going to be their MO tonight. What Edmonton responds with, how Edmonton handles them. Does Edmonton have the gusto to go back and have another strong counterpunch? We shall see, but I think you're going to see a whale of a game from the Panthers. That's just how I feel about tonight. If Edmonton wins tonight, brings it back here. You made a good point the other night. Edmonton's not losing in its own building.
I think the cup's being awarded in Florida.
Yeah.
That's
Either
okay.
way,
I'm okay
it's
with
5
that.
or 7. I just you said
It's
it even
7.
earlier, Lance. Games like what that crowd is going to be, what Edmonton's going
Insane.
to be. It's just going
was
to will
insane
the
on
Oilers
Saturday.
to a
Yeah.
game 7 necessarily.
Yeah.
So you would say, I guess, after saying that you think Florida's going to come out,
Guns a-blazing.
Stuart Skinner's got to be the best game of his career then.
Has to.
He's
And he
the
was
key.
If he can
brilliant
match
the
what he
other
did
night.
in game
Yeah.
He doesn't
4,
got to beat
he'll be
Bob,
good.
but he's got to be
He's got to be brilliant again.
so. And we've seen he can do it.
Are people changing their opinion of Stu Skinner?
Well, it depends on how today goes.
I think Stuart Skinner is going to be an elite goalie in this league.
He's in his second full year in the NHL.
If the Oilers lose 3-2 and he lets in one soft goal but plays really well beyond that, he'll still have the detractors will come out going, see that soft goal he let in?
But
That's the issue.
Sergei-
But he goes out and he has a great game like he did game 4.
Yeah.
It's right now with Skinner, it's game by game.
Sergei Bobrovsky let the worst goal of the Stanley Cup Finals in that at home goal. Right,
It
that is
literally
that
hit
was a
his
stinker
pants.
of a goal.
Yeah.
Stuart Skinner has not done that yet. Truly, maybe the one he flubbed
The
behind
giveaway.
Yeah, the giveaway.
Giveaway wasn't
Right.
good.
But that's a
But-
poor play. But it wasn't the
That's a
actual.
little
like,
bad luck, right? But that one at home just squeaked one by.
Hit it
Bobrovsky.
off
Yeah.
of his pants and threw him.
So
yeah.
you could argue that Sergei Bobrovsky has the worst goal so far in the Stanley Cup Finals, and that's not Stuart Skinner. So, and they both let 12 goals in. I guess
Yeah. Well,
they pulled him.
yeah.
Skinner
After
hasn't been
5.
pulled yet, so there's no reason we should doubt him.
I think it was the best thing for Bobrovsky. Actually, I think I said to you at one point he made a save Bobrovsky when it was 4-1. I was like, he should have let that in because just take the night off. And then he did let one in later and it was 5-1. I was like, if I'm Bobrovsky, I'm like, this isn't our night. This isn't my night.
Yeah.
On to game 5. I'll take
Yep.
the rest.
Was he
Just
crying
pull
on
me.
the bench, or was he
No.
just sweaty?
Did it look like he was crying on the bench?
Yeah,
I heard he had a
so.
blow up in the tunnel, but he probably
It
just
looked like
ripped
he
the
was
dart.
crying. They zoomed in on him. I got the picture on my phone. I share it everywhere. Is he crying?
I don't
Is
think
he
so.
crying?
That should be on a sign in it. If an Oilers fan is in Florida tonight, get that on a sign.
Is he?
Why are you
crying?
crying, Bob?
Do you need a
I didn't know
tissue?
that. I didn't see that.
I don't think he was.
I could just see maybe anger or something. Maybe like he hit something and like dust flew back in his eyes in the tunnel. And
Roger's very dusty. Very dusty.
That tunnel, it's like the secret tunnel that nobody really. It's on the
Secret
way to
tunnels?
the. It's not a secret tunnel, but like it's one where there's like no cameras or anything. It's
like for the
on-
visitors.
Yeah, it's on the way to the visitor locker room. The WHL visitor locker room's right there. It's a very quiet tunnel. If you need to go blow off some steam and break stuff, that's the tunnel to do it in the building.
Noted.
Yeah.
Noted.
Maybe he broke his stick there and like,
Probably.
particles just flew back and that's why
Yeah,
he was crying.
shards
I
of
don't know.
fiber.
Or maybe
carbon
his
fiber.
feelings were hurt because the Oilers fans were saying Bob. Or like Sergey, and he had a bad game and it just he was
I
he
was
having
an
a difficult time
ex-goalie,
with
and
it.
I've cried a few times in net. I won't lie to you. So
Like while in net.
yeah,
Okay.
'Cause especially when you're like 12,
Yeah.
you don't have a backup goalie, so you're getting lit up for 12, right? Like,
Take me out, please, coach.
I've
Just
definitely
take
been
me
like-
out.
This sucks. Dad's gonna yell at me in the car ride home. That's for sure.
I'm not getting McDonald's today.
Yeah. This is rough.
Can I get to this one?
Of course.
You have the answer to this. I know it. Pardon my ignorance, this texter says. But why didn't Edmonton get World Cup games after all it's done for soccer in this country? I'm sorry to bring it up, but this is a legit question. Go for it. Just say it, Matthew.
There's a few reasons to it. One is our provincial governor or government threatened FIFA and made demands. And say what you want about FIFA, good or bad, all of that. You don't make demands of FIFA and have them give in to you. So right off the bat, there's
Not
there's
if you're
also
a provincial government.
you can't do that. FIFA kind of also didn't really want Edmonton fully just because of we're not as sexy. But then they took Kansas City.
But we're kind of sexy.
Yeah, but we're not like they took Kansas
Taylor
City.
Swift
in the
loves Kansas City.
end. Does she? I've seen her at more road games than in Kansas City, I think. Has she played a show in Kansas City yet?
I couldn't tell you. I'm not
It's also, she probably has. And then also the head of CONCACAF, which is the North American region for soccer, is actually the former head of Canada Soccer, but he's from Vancouver, and he weaseled his way into convincing Vancouver to get back in because he wanted games in Vancouver. And Vancouver got in late in the process, and Canada was supposed to get 3 countries or 3 cities being hosts. And then in the end, we had 3. It was actually only Edmonton and Toronto for the longest time. Then Vancouver came in really late because of Victor, and then all of a sudden Edmonton got left out. So there was multiple reasons, and yeah, Edmonton has done a great job of supporting Canada soccer, men and women, for a long, long time. We've probably been the best supporters, I would argue, because we've supported through a lot of bad times of Canada soccer. We were there for the Under-19 Women's World Cup. We were there for the Under-20 Men's World Cup. We were there for the 15 Women's World Cup. We were there for Iceteka, and we got screwed. And I would say, at least for a good many years, I don't think Edmonton will play host to a Canada soccer game again.
Out of spite.
I don't think Edmonton will want to do it.
I don't blame.
I don't think Edmonton will want to jump in and go, we'll help you out or something. It'll be a little screw you. Go play somewhere else.
That's not the
It's
Edmonton
not the
way.
Edmonton way, but it's Edmonton
we-
standing up for itself.
It comes to a point where we've supported, we've done it all, we've shown up.
They
we've
turned their
pushed this
back
thing.
on Canada soccer. Turned
And
its back on Edmonton.
When it's the biggest moment to give a reward to us, we got nothing.
Exactly.
So what is there now to do with this? You want to go play your friendly somewhere else? Go play your friendly somewhere else.
You're not going to get all that money from filling up.
It would have. It's
55,000.
also like Commonwealth needs changes to it.
It needs big time renovation.
And that would have
That's
been
true.
the money that would have come into Commonwealth to keep it going. And we wouldn't be having the discussions with Elks new ownership and will they build a new facility or something like that. And it could have been part of that. And so I just, why put all extra resources into something where we're just being used?
Yeah. It's like a red herring. It's like Montreal and the Expos. The MLB just uses Montreal as a red herring. It's unfortunate. Same
I
with
don't
Quebec
believe that
City.
one.
I believe that one. They're not going back to Montreal.
I still truly believe by the end of this decade, we'll hear that the Expos have been awarded
Not going
back
to
to
happen.
Montreal.
Not going to happen.
Expansion or
Yeah. Those leagues haven't.
They tease.
The one thing too is the NHL is looking to go to 36, and there's a lot of money those owners are ranking in. At some point, the NBA and Major League Baseball are going to sit there and go, the NHL is making how many billion per expansion, and we're at 30 teams still.
Well, some are at 32. Football's at 32.
Yeah, but those other 2 leagues are both at 30.
Yeah.
Baseball and basketball.
Nashville's
And
going to get a team in MLB.
Nashville get a team in MLB.
Yeah.
Mexico City will get a team in MLB.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
That
It'd
is
be
kind of
huge.
cool. Yeah.
Talking to Jeff Crushell about it, like it's actually makes the most sense. You could also then be the first North American league to be like we're
Truly
in 3.
North American.
We're
yeah.
in the 3 countries.
I'll be a Mexican City
Montreal
fan.
would be a big one. I do truly believe. So there's, what do we say? Nashville, Mexico City, Montreal, and then you just need one more, and there's 4 teams that you could add there.
There's a bunch of cities already like starting to work with MLB to get expansion. It's funny because Vegas truly doesn't want the Athletics,
It's true.
and they're just like being force fed the Athletics, and they're going to
They kind of
Sacramento
force
for a
fed the
couple-
Raiders too, in a way.
but they've embraced the Raiders. But you're right,
A little bit
You're right.
less. A
Yeah.
little bit less.
Yeah.
But not as like the Golden Knights. Like Vegas,
They love the
that's
Golden
Which was their team.
Yeah.
That's their team.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of Vegas fans. As a Raider fan, there's a lot of people who are like, I hate that they went to Vegas. I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah.
But
That's understandable.
so
And then basketball will have Seattle.
Vegas is going.
They'll get Vegas.
Yeah.
They'll get Vancouver.
Do you think Vancouver's actually going to happen?
Yeah.
They need to put more money
there's
into
David
talks of them
Stern
getting an
always-
NFL team too, isn't there?
Pardon?
Vancouver?
No.
I don't
That's
believe
not
you'll
gonna
ever see
happen.
that. I don't think we'll
NFL,
ever
no.
see it come to Canada.
No.
No, I thought they were trying. Toronto wanted it, and then they
BC
said
Place can't host it because
Right.
it's not big enough. So somebody would have to build an NFL stadium
Yeah.
in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Who's going to do that?
Nobody. And where's the land?
But I
Where's the
thought
land?
when Toronto was trying to get the NFL team, the commissioner was
Again,
like,
red herring.
too much east. That we want to go west. We'll give Vancouver a team, and then Vancouver was like, well, we
I
don't
also-
want one.
I bet the Seahawks would fight that too.
Totally.
Yeah.
They have the
Because they get a
territorial
lot of
rights.
fans from Vancouver that I think they would fight that one hard and
yeah.
go find somewhere else. I just, like the reason I didn't say NFL for expansion is I don't know where they go next outside of leaving the borders, which is Mexico
London.
or going to Europe.
Yeah.
I think their ambitions would be bigger
Yeah.
than the US, and they would go London, Munich, Berlin type
Yeah.
thing and get it like a 3-4 teams over in Europe and build a European division.
That'd be insane. That's
That would be
kind of
pretty
neat,
cool,
though.
though.
I don't even know what an expansion fee for an NFL team would be.
Oh, how many
Because
billions
it's
now?
Ryan Smith is 100 bill or a bill for
1.2
Utah.
bill for Utah, right?
So what is an NFL gonna
Five?
Like
5 billion?
that's the thing. It would be
5 billion?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And some
But it makes money.
investment firm would do it.
It makes money. You know,
It's a license.
I don't think
to
any
print money.
NFL team's struggling.
Well, and I think when you look at any sports franchise over the last 30 years, I don't think they've ever gone down in value. Again, the Arizona Coyotes just sold for $1 billion.
And they played in a 4,500 seat college rink.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah. It's insane. You're laughing at the Coyotes. That was an
just the
extended
number,
laugh.
just the number of it.
It
It's
is.
$1 billion
Yeah.
for the Arizona
For
Coyotes.
the
which,
Arizona Coyotes.
We
and it all changed because of Steve Ballmer. He changed all of it because when Donald Sterling was getting forced out of the Clippers, he just immediately said $2 billion. And I think the next I think
If I
it
had
was
the money, I'd be like
was
that.
it the Timberwolves or was it the Bucks? One of those two franchises had just sold like in the previous months, and it was for like 700 million or something
Really?
like that. Like it was.
Oh, wow.
And then he comes with the Clippers, who are not the biggest team in LA.
No.
Who weren't in their own, and he just immediately went $2 billion, and all of me said, if they're worth $2 billion, what are the Lakers worth? What are the Celtics now
Double
worth?
that, yeah.
And it's like everyone then just immediately shot up for market values.
Yeah.
NHL, all leagues, they just shot up all because Steve Ballmer, except for the Clippers. I'm not getting in a negotiation. $2 billion. Here you go.
Well, the Oilers.
what a power move.
Yeah.
It isn't it?
To Kate's, I think Kate's bought them for what, 240 million?
Somewhere
He was
around there.
200 million. Yeah,
200
I think.
somewhere around there. And now
200
they're
US.
valued at like $1 billion or something like that
Yeah.
with the arena.
Everyone knows
and
Steve Ballmer a lot.
Yeah.
when it comes to those owners.
He makes super rich people even more money.
He did, but it's also at a point that I don't know when we get to a point where I don't even know who buys these teams. If we're talking about
Probably-
$5 billion for an NFL franchise,
Yeah.
it's going to be investment funds. It's going to be the Ontario pension fund that used to own the
Right.
Leafs.
Or
It's going to
two
be
billionaires.
it's
Right.
yeah, it's going to have to be these groups that come together because who has $5 billion to just buy a team? It's very small now.
Do you want to buy Twitter for 40 billion? I know a guy.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
There are
Great
some
investment.
people, but I feel like it takes a certain billionaire to own a sports franchise too. Like not every billionaire wants that pressure and that.
It's their toy.
their
You
toys,
have to,
yeah.
but it has to be
It's
an
a
interest.
hobby.
It's the hobby.
Yeah.
yeah. So not
Generally,
every
you don't go in
billionaire
for
wants
money.
one, right?
Yeah, and that's what makes it even less. And it's like we're gonna get to a point where it's just gonna be these massive, like these groups that own all these
Conglomerates.
teams.
Yes.
And you then, as Eric keeps mentioning, it's like you then will just cheer for your group,
Right.
and they'll own all these teams, and you'll just cheer for all these teams because your group is what you're now supporting.
So well, I mean, I'm not really cheering for Kate's per se. You know, I'm not.
But that's what we're like. That's the trend we're going to.
So I mean, speaking of Kate's, my dad refuses to watch the Oilers because of Kate's.
I
So
respect that, and I
he's
understand that.
very like anti, and despite he says he doesn't watch, but he'll call me up after a loss to make fun of me. But but yeah,
Lance,
he's
Why does he
very
make fun of
passionate.
you for the loss?
Yeah, what the
Is he
hell?
not an Oiler? Like,
Well, he was like the biggest Oilers fan for the longest time, and then Kate's
Yeah.
bought it, and the arena
He's a
deal.
scorned
Yeah,
lover.
Yeah,
Fair.
He's
Gotcha.
very that. He's very mad about.
but he shouldn't
How
mock
empty.
when the Oilers lose.
Well, I don't know. It's who he is, I guess.
Man, I kind of respect it, but
a good
at
way
the
to
same
call
time,
his
it's like,
son,
come
you know?
on. Like my dad, I remember back in the day when Peter Parklington still owned the Oilers, and I was a fan of the team, obviously, growing up here. I shoveled snow, I cut grass, and I would get like a couple bucks each time. I saved up and I wanted to go see Mark Messier and the Rangers against the Oilers. And I'm like, Dad, I've got enough money in my piggy bank for 2 tickets for you and me, and we can go and we can get like the decent seats at the Coliseum back then, and we can go see Messier. And my dad's like, I will buy tickets for you, but I will not buy them when Peter Pocklington is the owner. I am not giving that man any more money. And I was like, why? I want to go see Mark Messier. I didn't understand it. So your dad my dad was the same way a little bit, but then when they went to EIG, he fell in love with the team again.
So, yeah, I don't think Case is going anywhere. Maybe he'll fall in love with his son when he gets on the scene.
Harrison's taking over.
Yeah.
He'll take over.
So I went to USC for business school or something like that.
He's at NYU in law school right now.
Oh.
Yeah. I saw him the other night.
It's weird. I really like Daryl Case. I've never met the guy. Know nothing about him.
He's
but
fine.
Watching him grow up on that stage, I feel like I was a part of
He's
something.
a good guy.
Like,
Harrison's a good kid.
I know this kid my whole life.
The draft was always great because it was, hey, what's Harrison going to live? How much is Harrison growing this year?
He's huge. He's like 6'5".
It's also such a rich thing. Like everyone had those notches on the wall or something of the height. He has NHL draft photos.
But I don't know. I was just like, I've known this kid my whole life. Like
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
and
sure
he is a good guy. He is.
I know
Actually.
nothing about him, but I feel like I do.
He's legit.
like, because of the draft.
Yeah.
He was all our kid.
He's like, there he is.
Is that a mustache? Is he growing a mustache?
Yeah. He's a man now.
Yeah.
Let's get to our $100,000 hole-in-one keyword presented by Golf Town. Visit them in-store or online, golftown.com for more details. Summer savings right now. Save up to 40% on top brand golf shoes. That ends on June 19th. They also have some other great deals. Just check them out, golftown.com. It does include $200 for a Garmin GPS watch.
Those are awesome.
I know. I have a pocket one. I don't like having a watch on, but the Garmin's are great watches.
Yeah.
And you want those GPS 20% off Sun Mountain, Ping, and Nike golf bags. A lot of great deals. Check them out, golftown.com or in store. Just a lot of locations. Go find one of them and go check them out. There's one on the West End over here that's actually one of the worst things to no longer being at 1260s. It's a little further away there. Golf Town was right there, so it'd be easy to go make a trip every so often just to go walk around.
At Southampton Common.
He's at Southampton Common?
He's great, yeah.
The keyword today for that you have to text in to get into this qualifying opportunity for the $100,000 hole-in-one presented by a Golf Town. I always get it wrong. I think it's Oberg.
But it's Auberg.
It's spelled Auberg.
But it's pronounced
But I think
Oberg.
it's pronounced Oberg.
Yeah.
Aberg. Aberg. Text that into 780-218-9999. I'll say it again the improper way, Auberg, but it's Oberg.
Yeah.
Text that to 780-218-9999. You'll go into a draw. We'll qualify someone. Tomorrow in the morning show, we'll take all the qualifiers from today. We'll put them in the draw. One of you will then be chosen, and that will be our next contestant for the $100,000 hole-in-one. Presented by Golf Town, July 3rd, Ranch Golf and Country Club, hole 17, 180 yards out. 25 you with a potential chance to swing for $100,000. You a golfer, Lance?
I dabble.
Yeah?
I like to. I started because I coming in a golf tournament, and then I was like, this is fun. I'm going to keep doing this.
It's a social sport.
Yeah.
Really. Like,
So that was the first time I ever golfed, was at a company golf tournament. And I was just went to Canadian Tire and bought golf clubs and a polo shirt and showed up. And
that's
I was
all
like,
you need.
hey, this is good. And now I golf. I dabble.
I like that. I respect that very much.
Golf tournaments are the best way to do it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just golf tournaments for the whole year, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
They are so much fun.
Yeah.
There's no pressure.
You can hack a dart.
Good. I like the team aspect of the tournament too, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to, you can suck. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Exactly. What do you mean you could hack a dart on a golf tournament? You could hack a dart during regular golf.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to say hack a dart.
Okay.
I respect it.
Thank you.
Just gotta hack a dirt once in a
Yeah,
while.
but it's like we were talking about golf tournaments right there, and what's so great about golf tournaments? And it was like, well, you can hack a dart. And I was like, oh, I could do that golfing.
Hack it at the bus stop, honestly.
I don't
but-
smoke, but you can hack a dart. I just wanted to use that.
Spency 5 cents. He's saying Pete Gregg on Lock Shop says Aberg. I don't know what it is. I think on the broadcast, I thought I heard it was Oberg. That's what I thought I heard.
Whatever Jim Nance says, that's what we go with.
Well, and anyway, it doesn't matter how you pronounce Aberg. That's what you have to
That's the
spell.
word.
And text it into 780-218-9999 if you want to go into a draw. And then we'll figure out later how to properly pronounce it. Also, portions of this hour of the EST Hangout presented by the Hive Product Marketing, official merch partner of EST, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, thehiveproductmarketing.com. For our EST Classic, I've got pretty much everything for the welcome gifts that everyone will be getting at their golf carts when they come in.
Awesome, by
all
the
the
way.
stuff thanks to the Hive Product Marketing. Chelsea did some great work getting that stuff done, and it all looks really good. So, round the clicks, for Chelsea. Thehiveproductmarketing.com if you're looking for any sort of promotional products for whatever you might need, whether it's personally, you just want to have your own stuff, or if company, golf tournament, whatever it is, check them out, hiveproductmarketing.com. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show coming up later tonight, 4:30, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, on edmontonsportstalk.com. Tune in iHeartRadio as well as on YouTube. Tommy will be at Hudson's West Edmonton Mall, Boom Street, with Steve Iwanyk, Matt Cassian, and YouTube Trev. And they'll also be on post-game show talking about either the season extending. Lance says a win for Game 6.
Lance is calling it.
Or it will be the fun wrap-up of the season. We
What
will
a
find
season,
out.
man. Wino just texted me, by the way. He apologized. He
Did he just wake up?
Yeah.
10:23.
We've all been there.
We've all been there.
So,
Yeah.
I've never missed a show.
well, then.
That I will go with. I've never missed a show. I've been hurting during shows.
We've
yeah.
been 100% for every
I
show.
have been. Not at EST
No.
though yet. I've yet to been having it hurting at EST.
What?
I've never had.
I remember one night.
Like coming in
Controversy.
here, I guess.
What
Actually, I
about-
was
what
fine
about-
after Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, I
No,
was fine. I called it early, too.
I was fine in Vegas, so no, I haven't had a rough.
Vegas was fun.
I haven't had a rough day yet. Still at EST because of the night before.
I had a rough Hello Hockey earlier in the year. I don't know why, but we went out the night before, and I was just like, "Oh my god, where am I right now?"
It's getting old.
Yeah, that is true. You had a rough one with Nanso at 1260.
Yeah, no. Yes.
What was that one?
It was the expansion draft of the Kraken.
That's
Him and
right.
I were out.
What a party that was.
Well, we just went out to go have some drinks. Kelly's Pub. We were there, and then Ty Jordan showed up after, and we did a couple of shots, and then we had a rough day
remember
the
that.
next
That
day.
was like probably
That
the least
hurt.
party expansion draft ever, though. Like we knew
Because
the
Frank
team.
Saravalli ruined it.
Saravalli
but also,
destroyed it.
I was like, I respected everything he was doing there because it was like this great, like
Scorched earth.
I think he got so there'd been 30 teams. Because we're at 32 now.
Yeah.
About 31 back then.
But
Was
Vegas,
it
wasn't
did.
part of it.
Oh, that's right.
So I think he got 29 of 30.
Yeah.
I think there's one team he did, like one pick.
I
he
feel
didn't
like they
get.
probably were just like, we're gonna not take this because screw Frank Saravalli. we're gonna change one guy here.
Maybe.
But yeah, I know that next day Hernan and I were hurt.
I
And
remember that.
I've had a few, but no, that was I haven't done it at EST yet because I'm also like, I feel like we're on camera now.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be so noticeable if I'm completely hurt. There, like it was, I could close the door, I could shut lights off.
Yeah.
Right.
I could just lean back. I could tell Dave or JMO like,
You
no,
can wear
wave them
sunglasses.
off.
Yeah.
Just wear sunglasses.
Yeah.
That's what all the YouTube guys do.
Sunglasses in here.
Yeah. They just wear the sunglasses. And
I
you
don't know.
always know
I don't know
they're
if I
hungover.
want to be that guy.
Yeah, good point.
But now I want to be that guy. I'm just gonna start wearing the sunglasses in here every single time.
you can
and
always
I'll just
tell.
use the bomb account.
Yeah.
The lights give me headaches.
So
Paul McCown.
but it's always you can tell when a YouTube or a Twitch streamer's hungover is they're wearing glasses
That's
suddenly.
funny. Bob McCowan, when they started putting his show on TV, and he would wear those sunglasses, I remember like he would start the show and like the music would like be fading out, and he'd be looking at and squinting, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Like your show started 20 seconds ago." He'd be like, "Here's Bob McCowan, John Shannon. What's going on?" And you're like, "That's an awkward intro, but okay." You do whatever the hell you want. You've been doing it for 35
It's
years.
his brand. It's his
Yeah,
brand.
exactly.
I
Just
love listening
squinting.
to a show and watching a show.
I
Always did.
Okay, so I have a Bob McCown story. May I?
No.
I will
won't,
anyway.
No.
Okay, fine. Sorry. I'm going to indulge. So I went.
Spoiler alert! Quickly.
What?
Spoiler alert!
He doesn't like your story.
Audio down if you're recording any sort of Euros.
Between Turkey and Georgia?
Audio down.
Like all 6 people watching
audio
this
down.
game right now.
If the,
3 of them are here.
spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
exactly.
Turkey just scored.
Oh my goodness.
What a kick!
Called
That's
it.
a banger. I believe they would call that one.
Oh.
Look at that banger. Sorry, Tommy. You could go ahead now.
I'm going to tell my Bob McCown story. So after my time ended with Oilers TV, I had to quickly scramble to get a job. Ended up with TSN, thankfully. But I did visit Sportsnet. I was in Toronto. I visited Hockey Night Canada, Sportsnet, and TSN. And John Shannon brought me into Sportsnet. I met with them. and Bob McCowan was in there. And people were like coming up and like some knew me and they were talking to me and I was catching up and I was in the newsroom and I remember Bob McCowan with like a newspaper. He's like staring at me. And I remember I'm like, oh my God, this is Bob McCowan. And I'm waiting to go into the office and another goal.
I was waiting for you to finish.
Oh, do your spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Turn your mic down. Turn your audio off.
All 7 of you now watching Georgia and Turkey. Here you
Turkey
go.
just took the 2-0 lead.
Oh my God.
Looked like it was on a counter. Beautiful cross comes in. Turkey up 2-0.
What a game. What a game.
Yeah.
Even Lance was like, yeah, 2-0. Like, look at this. Watch, he come, beautiful pass.
Oh, that's offside.
No, it hits the defender maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
I think that hits the defender.
This is good
Well,
radio.
we're gonna have to
good radio.
Yeah, it's great radio.
So you can continue your story.
Yeah, that was a brilliant-
I'll focus on VAR
Yeah.
and see what VAR says.
Like
There you
4
go.
people were like, yes, Turkey's up 2-0.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matthew.
The gamblers. Don't count out the number of people who will bet on Turkey and Georgia.
Good
You
point.
can turn your audio now back up. for
Yeah,
those
crank it
watching.
up. So
Continue.
Bob McCown's staring at me. He's like, who the hell is this guy? And he's like pointing at me obnoxiously to other people. And I'm like, oh, this guy doesn't like me. And sure enough, he went and did his show. And he's just like looking at me.
Well, you should have looked at him and went, I'm Tom bleeping Gazzola.
No.
Who are you?
No, I was just
Power
a
move.
little mouse in there.
No
You
goal.
were overdressed.
I was dressed very nicely.
Yeah, you were
No goal.
overdressed.
No goal.
No goal.
I told you it was offside.
VAR pulled it back.
There you go.
VAR pulled it back. So we're back to the
1-0.
1-0 score. We won't say
Thanks
for
for
who.
interrupting my story, you jerk.
Multiple times. Don't blame me. Blame Turkey.
I'm listening.
Thank
always
you,
here for
Lance.
I'm
that.
not.
See,
I'm watching the Euros. We're in the 29th minute, and I'm focused on this for the next halftime. You'll get me for like a couple minutes at the end. They'll hit halftime, and I'll finish up here.
So in conclusion, he hates you.
Yeah.
He wants nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And now you work here.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Well, I ended up at TSN, and then I didn't end up with Sportsnet, and thankfully I got to go, and I ended up at 1260 as well. And Bob McCowan scowled at me, and I was like, ouch.
He seems like a guy who probably just scowls at anybody who's new.
Yeah, I got the newsroom scowl from him, and then the pointing, who the hell's this guy? I was like, he made me feel small.
See, and again, this is where you had to go to the reverse.
I should have been like,
You
what?
should have been like,
What?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm sorry. What do you do here?
Gotta
Are
eat
you on the
his
soccer
damage.
show on Saturdays, or what do you do?
Yeah.
Soccer
What kind of
show.
haircut?
Are
do
you the
get there?
producer of their show, or
Ooh,
like?
that
like,
would be a dig. If you call him a producer,
like.
that'd be a dig.
That's where you go. Are you the engineer? Like, are you with the
that's-
glasses and
that's a
stuff?
deep cut.
You should have went with those ways.
Poor engineers and
yeah.
producers. They're
We need a
catching
micro-
strays.
Yeah.
Hey, I am a producer. I could say those type of things. Also, I was a de facto engineer at the old place, so I feel like I could say those things too.
Matthew is like, he knows the ins and outs of everything. Like he's a technical wizard.
Passionate.
I was the like an honorary engineer at 1260. I think the engineers would agree with that one. So I could say those things about engineers, and I was a producer there too, so I could gladly say those things. So you
And
should have
that's why
told
we
Bob
needed you
McCown that.
here. That's why we needed you here. You had the inside.
Yes.
That's why they brought me here, not for my soccer knowledge.
No.
That's what Eric's here for.
Okay, I have a question for you
Go
guys.
for it.
though. With this Stanley Cup run with the Oilers, and how in 06, we've never forgotten that team, right? That's a historic team. We can name every player on that team.
Right. Even
Winner-
Dick Tarnstrom.
If we lose Game 5, are we going to have the same rose-colored glasses about this Stanley Cup Finals team as we do as 06? Or is it going to be unfinished business? They let it down.
I think it's the second one more so because it was a magical, unexpected run in 06.
Right.
It took down the top team in the Red Wings in the first round. Went down 2-0, beat the Sharks, manhandled the Ducks, got to the conference or the finals, lost the starting goalie, still got to a Game 7.
Yeah.
I think that workman team, completely unexpected, just added a little something. Whereas it's if they don't win, there'll be some happy, like there'll be people looking back on fondly.
Sure.
But they didn't get the cup. And where the expectation of this team from the start of the year was cup.
Cover
Right.
bust.
So it's kind of like
So if
they
we
still
lose,
haven't gotten there fully.
we're going to be bitter.
I don't think fully. It depends who, I would think. I don't, but I think like people still talk about 06.
Right.
I don't think we would talk about 24 as much 20 years from now.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Like, cause here's how,
And
like,
there
okay,
shouldn't be a decade of darkness in between the next Stanley Cup run either.
I will also say
You
this.
hope.
So if we go 20 years from now, either two things happen. The Oilers won a Stanley Cup.
Right.
And we don't care about 24. We're talking about the Oilers won the cup in 25 or 26 or whatever it is. And that's what you focus on.
Yeah.
Or they didn't win a cup, and we look at 24 and go, in the McDavid era and the Draisaitl era, that was the closest they got, and there'll be the disappointment that McDavid and Draisaitl didn't get that Stanley
That's
Cup.
fair.
That's the way I think this will be viewed long term. Whereas, and I got to see what happened to comment fully. Whereas 06, unexpected, and it was a fun ride.
Yeah, it was a fun.
And that's where I think the difference will be. So again, like if there's a cup that comes next year, the year after, if they hypothetically don't win this year, then no one cares about it. Again,
Yeah.
24 was just one of those learning steps to get to that
No
cup.
one talks about 1983 when they talk about the glory years.
Well, they like to talk about how that's how they learned to
Right.
win.
But it's like a footnote.
But
And this will be the footnote to that. But if they never win,
Right.
then it will be viewed as they got that close but still couldn't get it done.
because like in 06, we still drag those guys out every playoffs.
Yeah.
To be like, and here's this guy. And you're like,
Here's
I gotta
Rafi
get his
Torre.
autograph. Like,
Yeah.
and do you think that in 20 years we'll be dragging?
Well, Connor and Leon, yes.
You're right.
Yeah.
Nuge,
Obviously.
yes.
But are you
Especially if
Warren
Nuge
Fogle,
goes
Henry, Connor
Phil.
Brown? Are we going to be lining up to get these
No, but
guys?
that's like they didn't have the playoffs like Fernando Pisani.
right.
Right.
But Dwayne Rollison, we still drag out.
He was amazing.
Right.
So I guess maybe Stuart Skinner. Would Stuart Skinner
Right.
come out?
Torres was here. So
He laid out Mahalik.
Where's
right.
Todd
So are we
Harvey?
going to have these
Where's
tops
Todd
in
Harvey?
2021?
Reb Murray hasn't been out there.
Yeah,
He was
Reb Murray.
on Oilers Nation, I think it was.
Was he?
or-
What?
He came and did an interview.
Who else? I did.
Apparently he's
The Oilers haven't
hilarious.
brought that one out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, Rem Murray's apparently hilarious.
We haven't seen Yaro Spacek. We haven't seen Michael Pekka.
Yeah.
Right.
Really haven't seen Chris Pronger.
No.
Well,
Dick Tarnstrom.
he did come and sell his whiskey.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
he was
not for
on
the
our
run.
show too, on the morning show. Yeah.
Horkov hasn't been here.
no, I don't
True.
think he wants.
I don't think he's allowed to though, because he works
he
for
puts-
Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
I don't know. If
By the
I
way,
don't know how the inner workings of that.
You could. Like,
Audio
you could.
down for a quick second. It's 1-1.
Oh my.
Well, this is a game full of goals.
Yeah. Okay.
We got 2 goals. One person in the nasty chat even said, like, what did
you
they
don't see
say?
3 goals
I
in
actually
30
saw a
minutes.
goal in soccer live without watching highlights. 2 goals. Offside. Haha. But now it's back. We got 2 goals. This has been
like
this
the
has been a
Simpsons
really
quote.
fun match.
I watched 100 games of soccer and I only saw a goal.
We're coming in on the 35th minute right now, and it's been a fascinating match. I look forward to watching the rest of this match later this afternoon. You can turn
We're
your radio
really
back
seeing
up.
which city is better. You know, which country is the better, Georgia or Turkey?
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of when I woke up today.
You gotta know. You gotta know.
I
Tell me
also
more
think I
about
predicted
Turkey and
this as a
Georgia.
draw. So this is playing exactly into
No,
as
go,
I've
go Turkey.
Yeah, let's go Turkey.
Yeah, I've got the draw on this one. So it's because I make picks and predictions for soccer, as I told Dusty,
Oh.
because no one cares.
Right.
Oh,
Cares. So it's
Wow.
okay.
Sorry, Tom.
Do that.
that's okay. I'll survive.
So you don't think we're gonna be dragging these 24 guys out? in
Not
a few
all of them.
years? Not all of them. Just the big boys.
Yeah.
So
Because of
Yeah,
also what
makes
they
sense.
are and what they've done
Yeah.
right.
and what their careers would be like.
Yeah.
Nuge is a very good chance of pillar post Oiler,
Yeah, absolutely.
Then he'd
which
be
would
like
be the first. Well, he would be the first. Like,
True.
yeah, that played. You probably have to put a minimum amount of games on that.
People are like, well, Oscar Klefbom. It's like, yeah, but his career got cut short at 28
I
years
guess
old.
he would then actually be in that one.
I don't count him myself.
Yeah.
And as a
Well,
big
I'm
Oscar
thinking
Klefbom
like
fan,
I'm thinking of like the guy that played like 10 NHL games or whatever. And
Yeah,
played with, like,
yeah.
an actual career.
2 decades.
Klefbom would be in that category then. Actually, he would in theory be the
No,
first because he
not
played
the
a
same.
long time.
he did.
Many seasons.
He's up there for
2011 or 2012 to 2019, 18.
Was it? I thought it was.
No, he came back in 2020. He played the bubble, right? And then that was it.
Oh yeah, we begged him or something, didn't we?
Yeah, there was a lot of guys, especially the Europeans, that didn't want to come back.
He played 7 seasons with the Oilers.
That's not pillar to
just
post.
short of 400 games.
That's not. That's not.
He could have been.
I'll put him in
He
that.
could have
He's
been.
always
Sure,
that
yeah.
could have been.
But Nugent Hopkins could be the all-time games played leader. He'll surpass Kevin Lowe. Yeah.
How did you guys feel about his Mark Messier, quote unquote, game 4?
The Mark Messier?
Didn't you guys before Shania saying about Kevin Lowe out? Did you guys not see this?
No, I missed
And
it.
then he did a speech about how he's Mark Messier in this and he's guaranteeing the win tonight.
Well, Kevin Lowe did this?
Yeah.
They got
Hasn't he?
Kevin in the room. No, I was on
No,
the air.
no,
I
he
missed
was
it.
at
On the stage.
before Shania Twain.
Oh,
in
He's
mosh
pumping up the
pit.
crowd.
oh, nice.
Yeah, and he said, "I'm gonna Mark Messier this. We're
That's an
winning
interesting
tonight."
hype man, though.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think Kevin Lowe being the hype man for Shania
he
Twain.
does live across the street, so it's very convenient for
He
him.
probably just wanted to meet Shania Twain,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "You have to give a speech." And yeah, he Mark Messier game 4.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Good for
direct
Kev.
quote. He's gonna Mark Messier
He's a
and
good guy.
guarantee the win. So.
Good guy.
Why? Yeah, I didn't hear that one actually.
Yeah.
I did not. No.
Like he needs to get the credit for that.
What do you guys do with your time, honestly?
I was literally on the air, so I missed
that
everything.
I had no voice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
he-
resting.
I'm hearing a lot of excuses from
I
professionals.
tried talking to him in
and
the
I'm like,
press
I can't
box,
hear you.
and I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's like every fourth word would come out.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
Just
so I
yelling
was
from the
just
Euros.
lying. Well, so I was watching.
night
But I
before
actually
Elks,
I
he had
couldn't
the
even
Elks
yell
stream
through
post-game.
the Euros. Like when Italy scored, I had to just like silently cheer. It was really awkward, but thankfully it was by myself. I wanted to go somewhere to watch it, but I stayed home.
How do you guys feel about during the Euros that their new thing is like taking their food and breaking it in front of the opposing
I find
fans?
this
That's
fascinating.
hilarious.
I love this.
I think it's so
We had the
funny.
Albanians do it with spaghetti,
Yeah.
and then
They did it the French thing.
Austria did the baguette yesterday
Yeah.
with the French. I love that banter.
So-
it's so friendly and wholesome.
So
It is
I don't know what
hilarious.
we'd break in front of Florida. I guess sunscreen.
Like a marlin.
Pour out some sunscreen.
Yeah.
What would the?
I don't know. It doesn't really work for like cities, right? It's got to be
No.
countries,
Yeah,
right?
countries.
I'm just trying to even think like Florida's known for oranges.
Yeah.
Oh
Grab
yeah,
some
you
oranges and
squeeze,
just-
it's like psh,
Squirt them.
It's a good metaphor, I guess.
yeah.
Squeezing an orange.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we need
What
to do.
would they
Did
do?
you guys
They-
hear about the billboard? Apparently, that somebody put up
What's
down
the
in
billboard?
Florida. They something about Edmonton has 5 cups and no rats, or come visit Edmonton has 5 cups and no rats.
I guess that's true. I
yeah,
think
I
that's
guess
untrue
so.
now, though. Didn't they find some
They
in
found some
Calgary?
rats. I
No,
think.
we still don't have. We're rat free. It's
Okay.
impossible. It's impossible.
I don't know. I don't.
Rats come
I'm
to
not
the,
up to date on the rat
rats
news.
come to the Alberta border and go, nah, we can't go there, and they
Yeah.
stay away.
They've been eradicated.
It's one of the like weirdest things to say that we're rat. Like clearly we have some
Well,
sort
we
of rat
spend
somewhere.
something like $4 million a year on rat patrol.
They're getting through it somehow.
Well, they found some in Calgary. I thought.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a
they
few
did.
months ago.
At a dump or
Yeah,
something.
they're around somewhere. I just love the.
We have a lot of sky rats. I hate pigeons.
What's wrong with pigeons?
Everything.
They don't
sky
do
rats.
anything wrong.
Sky
They-
rats.
They're bacteria infested
Yeah.
birds.
Yeah, I guess, but it's a product of their environment, I guess, right?
Yeah. They're garbage. They're
So,
dump,
it's like
dumpster divers.
seagulls too, right?
Seagulls
they
are
can be
yeah,
kind
they're
of the same.
disgusting.
They don't do anything to me, so I'm
The
good. with-
pigeons?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I know.
I don't mess with pigeons. Pigeons don't mess with me. We have a good relationship, I guess.
They're just disgusting.
They walk. They go around. I walk past them. We don't
So
get
you-
in each other's way. I don't step on them. They don't fly in my face. Like we're good. I don't know what the issue is with pigeons.
I watched them mating last week. There was 2 that were just like going at it. I'm like, okay,
Nice.
we don't need any more pigeons. Yeah.
Of all the responses to give there, I love that. Nice.
Tom's not feeding the pigeons; he's just
No,
watching them.
Yeah.
So
They're
I
doing-
actually find the Canadian geese way more annoying.
I
than
hate Canadian
Cajun.
geese.
They are.
They make a mess. There's some in my neighborhood. They're mean. They don't, I don't even know why we
Obnoxious.
call them Canadian geese. They always leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't stick through the tough times.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
They bolt.
They're soft.
Damn
Okay.
rights they are.
So
They've attacked me at golf courses. Also, there's Kent Morrison saw it. One almost attacked me at the old place.
Really?
There was. I got onto my car.
They were nesting.
Well, and that's the thing, and no one did anything, but they were nesting right in front of the entrance. So there's one that I could see that, or there was 2 just sitting there, and I'm like, and I'm looking at them like, oh, this is going to be dangerous. And then one flies onto the roof, and I notice there's 2 on the roof.
Yeah.
Right next to the front door. So I start walking towards the door, and I'm just looking. I'm like, how do I go up to this door? And then all of a sudden, it starts flying,
Yeah.
and it comes at towards me, and those wings came out.
They're big.
And I had to duck and stuff because it's coming. And then I was like, well, screw this. I'm taking the long way around. Like I walked around the
you
entire
let them
building.
win. You showed weakness.
Yeah, you did.
'Cause-
Lance is
yes,
right.
I'm scared of them. I'll say that. And then
They're,
all of a
they're,
sudden,
get
they're
big.
intimidating birds.
and then
Yeah,
Kent
they
texted
are.
me an email. I was like, I saw that and it was hilarious. And I was like, and he's like, but and then he's like, but if like I was ready to come out and help you, I was like, well, thank you, and I'm glad someone noticed that. But I
just you guys fight.
that was the final that was the final like couple of months we were there. So actually, one of the reasons I'm very glad they cut us is I didn't have to deal with the geese anymore.
Oh
that were at our
my.
station.
I'm glad I got fired.
No geese.
Damn geese.
Like
The
if
geese
you-
won. I'll
you,
say that.
If you think about it, like yes, they get aggressive, especially when they're nesting and they hiss and they get big. All you really need to do is grab it by the neck.
Oh, okay, tough guy.
I'm not encouraging this, but
I definitely golf
you
club.
can just
I ain't wrestling the chicken, but
yeah.
you know.
Can't stand
I
them.
don't think we're supposed to talk about like beating up geese.
No.
No, we
They're
love
Canadian
nature.
treasure. I think they're
Yeah.
protected or
Yeah.
something.
They're under loony apparently. For
Yeah.
some reason, we want to promote these things that ditch us.
A Canadian goose is on the loony.
It's whatever.
Why do we call it a loony?
The goosey.
It's a loon.
I guess, yeah.
It's a loon, yeah.
Isn't it on one of the things? On one
Canadian
of the currency?
geese?
Isn't it on one of the currency?
Maybe it's on one of the numerous bill remakes that they've had over the
Oh
years.
yeah, it was on the 5 for a while, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Way back
The old
before they
school
were
fives?
plastic.
That's
yeah.
what I think
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking of. I think it was on a
Yeah,
currency.
what a throwback.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. They bother me.
The loon is
bother
on
me.
the loony.
I don't care.
Makes sense.
Canada geese bother me. They mess with me. And I hated going into work at the old place because I had to deal with the Canada geese.
I have some friends on that I went to school with on their Instagram. A geese nested on their balcony,
No.
and so they can't use their balcony, but they get like front
you can't
row
get rid
to
of
them.
them.
Yeah, front row to their pictures of the nest, and they're getting hatched, and
Beautiful.
it's nice to see. I'm glad it's not my balcony, but I'm enjoying their Instagram stories. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
because I would also be very frustrated that I couldn't go on my balcony because of geese.
You wait all winter
Yeah.
to get outside, enjoy the summer, and then you can't even enjoy your balcony
get out
from
of here,
people that
goslings.
ditch this country in the
That's
winter.
right. I'm glad I got Manny on the upset about the geese.
Very frustrated. Andrew texting in says apparently the turtle is guaranteeing a win tonight. Oh, Matthew Kachuk.
Did he now?
At least maybe he'll show up then. Let's see.
The Oilers are tough. There's no question. They
are.
are still down 3-1. I hate the question that has been thrown on like TSN. Would you rather be up 3-1 or down 3-1? It's like, well, easily up 3-1. Like
Yeah.
that's not even
Great
a question. Like straight up, I'd rather only be one win away with 2 games at home than be the team down to 1-3 and having to go on 2 road games to win this series. Like I saw that one out there. Like that is the stupidest question.
It's true.
I don't think any Oiler fan right now is going, they're in a better spot right now than the Florida Panthers are.
This is just classic Oilers. You know, they do things the hard way.
Yes.
You know, if they're gonna win, it would have to be a reverse sweep because that's just how Oilers work.
It's also how the season was.
Yeah, it's just
Like it would be poetic, very poetic for a season where they had off that awful start, fired their coach, 116, had all these ups and downs. In the playoffs, you pulled the goalie to
Oh, yeah.
then also being down 3-0 in the cup final to then go win it. Like it would fit this Oilers season perfectly.
it's true. For sure, a legacy. Like we'd probably be
Oh, if the Oilers come back and win this cup, this is one of those stories that gets told about in hockey forever.
right.
There's a documentary around this. If for 30 for 30 at some point, it would be ridiculous.
Plus Connor McDavid's legacy, that'd be a big deal.
He gets that first one. It just there's too much around it that would
Yeah.
be this massive story.
Are you believing all this? Even if they lose, Connor McDavid gets the Conn Smythe talk.
No.
It would have to be 7 games, I would think, for him to come close.
Right.
And I would have to see Bobrovsky then. Well, if it goes 7, then Bobrovsky's clearly his game's dropped.
Right.
So I don't think you could do it after 5.
Not 5.
If you
but
lose
7.
if you lose 4-1, I'm sorry, Bobrovsky deserves this.
Fair enough.
He stole how many of those first few games,
At least 2.
right?
At least 2.
If it goes 7, okay, that again means Bobrovsky wasn't Bobrovsky from those early games.
Right.
So then it's open. I think it's so. How did the Oilers get to 7? It's probably because McDavid was unreal.
Right.
So that's where probably McDavid would have the chance to win the Conn Smythe.
So there's hope, is what I'm hearing.
Would you want that though?
I don't
Like,
think
do you
he
think
would.
J.S.
I don't think
Giguère
he
would
would.
is like really that thrilled of the Conn Smythe he won back
Very
in?
bitter. Ron Hextall did the same thing in
Like, would you-
'87.
like I'm very like. Do you look on
You
that
don't
with a
want it-
small smile, like in like, hey, that was actually a pretty good accomplishment, or do you look at him and be like, cool, I guess, but
You don't
we
want it
didn't
in the
win.
moment, but like by the end of your career, I think you'd be like, you know, that was pretty cool.
It was a pretty unreal performance I put on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But at the moment, no, you don't want it. You want nothing to do
Well,
with
that's
it.
like I remember seeing Giguère
Yeah,
get it, and like
yeah.
you could just tell he's like, I don't want to be doing this right now. I do not want to be like taking this picture.
Yeah.
Give it to me somewhere else. Just mail it to me. Why am I standing here getting this? I just lost the Stanley Cup. Hopefully the NBA Finals isn't any sort of trend for this though, because both NHL, NBA 3-0, both teams down 3-0, dominate Game 4.
Yep.
Last night the Celtics dominate, and they win their 18th World Championship, as they call it.
I
some
still
reason.
don't understand that whole world.
All of the American sports are the world champions.
Yeah, I asked Wino that actually the other day, and he's like, "Well, it's the best league in the world, so you're a world champion." I'm like, "Yeah."
The FIBA World Cup quote tweeted it and put a picture of the champs from the FIBA World Cup of last year.
Nice.
World champs.
That's world. Literally, you were the world.
I think the only league I could live with it is the NFL.
It's obnoxious.
But there is no league like it, and it's not a global sport.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably would, but there's other football leagues, right? We have the CFL
Yeah, but the NFL would destroy.
for sure.
Like that's
I'm
the one that I'm. If the NFL wants to say they're world champs, I could live with it. The NBA, there's a lot of leagues in Europe.
That are really good.
In baseball, Japan is a great league.
Yeah.
Korea's got a great league. Like there's a lot of great baseball that has been played. Those ones are a little I could live with it with the NFL just because it is an American sport. It isn't global.
It's true. We don't even. It's just the Stanley Cup in hockey. Like we don't even say
No,
the world. Nothing.
don't say that.
We don't even say like the best in hockey. Really, it's just you won the
The
Stanley Cup.
It's a soccer, hockey, CFL, the only leagues that basically give the cup to the players too.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
VR Montenegro.
Go
He
ahead.
replied to you.
To me?
Yeah,
About
you-
what?
You wrote, "Can I get your full name?" And
Oh.
he said, "You live in," because he's the qualifier. And he wrote, "Sup, Maddie. This is Mike, aka VR Montenegro.
It showed up.
I
as,
reside in Edmonton."
it just showed up as a number when I texted him.
I know, but
Why does that? Like, because I know he's in our contacts.
I had him in our contacts.
It,
Yeah.
but on the desktop, it shows up. That is
Technology,
really weird.
man.
I know, but I love his response. Hello, Mike. Say hi to Ginger.
Okay. Well, thanks for responding. Mike was our qualifier for the $100,000 hole-in-one contest presented by
Round of
Golf
clicks.
Town. Actually, we have to qualify someone for the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival, July 12th through the 14th, Kingsman Park, Alley-Cat, the official beer of the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival, which will feature the 6 o'clock or lager. GreatOutdoorsComedyFestival.com for tickets. We're giving away a VIP table to the Sunday, which features Burt Kreischer and Whitney Cummings. You can get tickets to the Saturday or the Sunday, still at the website that I mentioned. The Saturday is Kevin Hart. We'll keep it to the Oilers. We'll bring it back. Prediction. Will there be a game 6? Yes or no? Text the 780-218-9999. Will there be a game 6? You'll go into a draw for that VIP table for the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival on July 14th with Burt Kreischer and Whitney Cummings. A table of 4. So yeah, text us right now.
VIP table of 4.
218-9999. Yeah.
They can make fun of you. You'll be right there.
Totally.
Oh, I didn't even think of that part.
Yeah.
There's just a QR code that you like. The people deliver stuff. You can like serve you, and you don't have to go anywhere. And
Have a round of
just
6
laugh.
o'clock or loggers, please.
couple of rounds at 6 o'clock or
Let's go.
loggers.
Let's go.
And laugh and enjoy a great outdoor setting.
It's gonna be awesome.
Last one was
fantastic.
great. Last
Did you
one was
go?
great, yeah. It's funny. Bill Burr's a fun guy. I won't lie.
Bill Burr, yeah.
He's doing the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival, I think, in Winnipeg
Oh.
for this because it's all over Canada and
Yeah.
Spokane, weirdly enough. Great
Classic.
city.
Remember when you always used to
Spokane?
get Spokane
That's a fun little
television?
spot.
Or-
Yeah, we used
still
to
do.
get Spokane
That's
television.
a Shaw Rogers thing.
Yeah.
You still get the Spokanes.
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to cable anymore, but
Do you not have cable?
I do. But I only have the sports channels.
Hmm.
Like I'm not watching the news. I'm not.
Yeah.
Telus is
Not that
more.
guy.
Telus is Seattle.
And Detroit, right? We have Detroit.
Well,
on
that's
Telus?
on the extra packages,
I think I have Detroit.
like the
so-
times shifts or whatever.
thanks,
But
okay.
Shaw
Yeah.
always was, and I think with Rogers, it's the Spokane still.
Spokane. Yeah.
Spokane
Creme 2
quarterly.
News?
Creme 2,
Yeah, I just
that's
remember-
what it is.
Creme 2 News.
Well, always having Spokane on when I was a kid.
That's why I love the Cougars, Washington State Cougars football. That's part of the reason I always saw the Washington State Cougars of the Wazoo. They're my second college football team, the only league
You
and
have
only
14
sport
college
I cheer
football
for two
teams.
teams. Everything else, it's a singular team, but that
Yeah,
one I have
right.
two. Miami Hurricanes and the Washington State Cougars. That's it, Tommy.
Such a lie.
That's it.
You're full
What
of
other
it.
team do I cheer for?
The U.
Yeah?
The W.
No.
The X.
Why would I cheer for the Dubs?
Are you just singing the alphabet over
Yeah,
there?
but he cheers for all of them.
Yeah, I don't really have a college. I kind of go for the Gators because of Gatorade, and they also have a barbecue
Florida
sauce.
It was created there.
Yeah, and they also have a barbecue sauce. So I was just always said I was a Gators
I have
fan. But
zero
I don't
affiliation.
actually like tune in to their games.
I think right now, if I had to put the footballs in my order, it'd go CFL, NCAA, NFL, and what I enjoy most.
Wow.
If I had a power rank.
Yeah.
I hear
NFL,
good
NFL,
things.
done.
Like
It's fast. It's fun. It's fascinating. Derek Van Dies doesn't always talk about when he says games take like 4.5 hours. They've actually shorter. They're a fun time. They're great to go to in person. They're also, when you get the top teams going, or like even some of the upset games, like they're just, it's very exciting. I relate it to like World Junior Hockey.
right.
There's mistakes in it, which makes it exciting because mistakes mean turnovers and all of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
always
It's a
heard
great
that.
time.
I only know so much because I'm in all the the Raiders
Yeah.
forums and Discord, and they even in their college football, like they talk college football.
It's a cult.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a cult.
that's sports in general, though.
It's not
Yeah.
cults. It's
Sports is a cult.
well, I guess, yeah, but it's fandom, but it's another level that's only seen around the world. Like that's the closest you'll get to soccer fandom in North America. That's what it is.
College football?
True.
It's a life.
That's fair.
like Redbeard, Scott Laurie. He cheers for the Rangers.
Yeah, I know.
But that's from that's family type. That's from where you
born
are
in Scotland,
That's
though.
what you're like, and it matters such a big deal, and it's to the level that it goes. Is I only think I see it in college football in North America.
Okay.
It's halftime.
Great.
Halftime.
Thank you for the update.
Tweet.
Yeah.
It's
Orange slices for everyone.
it's
Yes.
wow. They're now breaking it down, Tommy, to figure out who has been the better side, whether it's
Is
been
Stephen
Turkey or
Caldwell
Georgia.
on there? There he is. Yeah, he's great.
Stephen Caldwell, Kellen Kilban, and is that Julian de Guzman with Luke Weilman? It's
No, that's not Julian de Guzman, is it?
no, that's not.
That's a different guy.
Oh, Julian de Guzman, where did he go?
I don't know.
No, he just got
see who
he's
that
got a
is.
job. That's Tosaint Ricketts.
Oh, he's from
Tosaint
Edmonton.
Ricketts. Yeah, Tosaint Ricketts. I
Yeah.
think that's him. No, Julian de Guzman just got a job. Maybe TFC. Maybe I thought it was some. I thought it was
Oh,
overseas.
really? Like
maybe.
football ops or soccer
Yeah,
ops
something.
or whatever.
Maybe it was overseas. But it's yeah. Well, and then we got a big game at 1 o'clock. It's a big
Who?
day. Portugal. Who's Portugal?
That's okay. As soon as you said Portugal, that's a big game. It is. I can recognize
now he's
that.
interested in
Yeah.
No, I'm
Portugal,
not.
Czechia.
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 I just go Czechs.
CZAC.
Safe,
easier,
safe pick.
It is because it's not Czech Republic.
No.
Not Czech Republic.
Yeah.
But it's and then that's what I remember the World Juniors. It was then if you just say Czechs, you're safe
Smart.
Yeah.
because I got it wrong and I guess I still get it wrong with Czechia.
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 Yeah, this is easy.
No, apparently it's not.
CZAC.
Oh, a lot of those countries in part of Europe is I don't
Eastern
know how to
Europe.
pronounce it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Lance, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being an
thanks.
asset.
What an honor.
Really appreciate
What
it.
an honor.
fun.
So I hope I did okay.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Enjoy the moss
Good.
pit.
I will. Thanks.
Are you lining up right? Are you going to be doing the VR stuff with that guy?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't have that kind of equipment, but I'll go watch him.
Okay.
He seems like a nice guy. So.
He's being him.
He's doing his
Yeah,
Do you?
100%.
If you're loving
He's
life,
not
go
throwing
for
cups at people's heads. So
That's
Hey,
good. Or
have
tapping
fun.
them on the
Yeah.
shoulder.
If that's what gives you the
unnecessarily.
pleasure in life, have fun. Who are we to judge?
Yeah.
yeah.
Tommy's got the oil stream, GCL Diesel oil stream pregame show coming up 4:30 tonight down at Hudson's West Edmonton, Bourbon Street, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, tune in iHeartRadio as well as on YouTube. Up next, it is the Lock Shop with Dusty and Huss, and then at noon, two guys and a goalie, Cass, Gager, and Dusty. They'll be getting you set further for Game 5 between the Oilers and Panthers. Thanks to everyone for tuning in to the EST Hangout presented by Two Hoots. On behalf of Lance, Tommy, I'm Matt. Enjoy the game later tonight. Lock Shop, like I said, coming up in just a few minutes right here on your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First time guest, long time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with here. Joining us today